Hey, everybody. I decided to start a random stream and throw out the link on Patreon. See if any of my patrons want to hang out today. I really do need to start scheduling these things a little better. But I've kind of had a crazy weekend, so we'll see if anybody wants to pop in. Meanwhile, I have no idea how many people are watching, but I shall endeavor to find out. Casey Beardman is watching. What's up, my dude? There's Victor Rand. What up? Ugh. Yeah, just doing my thing. Doing my thing. Ben!
Oh my god! It's Magog.
What's up, my dude?
Hey,
Been a minute.
I know. Just had it in my inbox.
Yeah, I put it out there for all the $5 and uppers. I figured if I did that, it might control it a little more because I have a lot of $1, $2, and $3 people, and if I threw the link out to them, it would probably fill up really fast, and then other people wouldn't even be able to get in, and then they'd be all like, "Yeah, I couldn't get in." I've got to figure out a better way to do this. Discord, I don't like Discord. A lot of people are like, "Dude, just do a stream with Discord, and then people can line up in like a call thing." But every time I use Discord, it doesn't matter what settings I have or anything. Eventually, voices start cutting out, and my voice starts cutting out. Like Discord hates me. It hates my microphone. It's like I'll be talking to Beardy or somebody, like, and all of a sudden he'll go, "Yeah," and then and then I'm like,
okay.
And then suddenly he'll pop in and be like, "You know what I mean?" And I'm like, "No."
Sure.
So yeah, like Discord hates me. I've tried all the different settings. I've tried updating it. Like I don't know what it is. Like even when I was on Gulf City Saturday night stream, they would cut in and out. And when I was recording with Monday Matt for his episodes, he would cut out and I would cut out for him, but it recorded fine.
Okay.
But it bothered the fuck out of me. So I'm not getting into the whole Discord thing to take callers, for patrons or whatever. Like I don't even want to do that. I wish there was a better app than Google Hangouts, but this is what we get right now. At least this is all I'm willing to try to work on right now. I'm sure there's some other magical programs out there, but I haven't done the research yet.
Yeah.
So what's up, Benjamin?
Well, it's late. It's dark.
Yes.
Just wanted to settle at the couch and play a bit of Castlevania, and then your bloody email came in, and now here I am back at the PC.
Well, I interrupted Castlevania.
Yeah, you have outdone Castlevania. You are one tier above in priority now.
Right. I feel blessed and honored that I am more important than Castlevania.
Oh, yeah.
And we are joined by someone named Nathan. Nathan, are you there? All I see is a black screen. No sound. So got to be a setting on your end because I can see you turning on and off your microphone. So it's not Google Hangouts. It's got to be a setting on your end, man. Probably a microphone, Maybe you should check your connections or something. I don't know. Streaming, you got to get used to this kind of shit. You gotta get used to like on the fly figuring out terrible technological glitches. Like sometimes I plug in my microphone and it's like I'm not getting any sound. I'm checking everything. I'm checking all my Windows settings. Then I notice on my microphone the light is blinking. I'm like, fuck, it was on mute. Like, I spent an hour trying to figure out what went wrong. It was fucking microphone's on mute. Oh, it happens. Captain Whiplash joins us.
Hey, nice to see you.
What's up, Captain?
Not much. You can call me Nick. Last time we talked, I made that a point. Anyway, I got
We're live. You just doxed yourself.
That's fine.
Everybody knows everything about you now because your name is Nick.
Oh, yeah?
Who doesn't know a Nick? Who is an asshole? Joking.
And he is not alone.
He's got
my girlfriend moved in with me since last time we spoke. I got her hooked on Midnight Dreary.
Well, yes, of course. Midnight Dreary is good stuff.
Yeah.
When Magog is away, Poe comes out to play. Welcome to Midnight Dreary. I love doing the Poe voice. Motherfucker! The hardest part is the laugh. I'm not going to lie. Poe's laugh is just... It's like deep back there, you know? Like it starts to itch. Oh my God, you're retarded.
This is fucking amazing.
It's one of the perks of being a knight.
Yes, indeed. It's one of the perks of the $5 a month or up. Hello, Captain. Girlfriend.
The fuck, just Shelby. Fine. It's really nice to meet you. I love what you do.
Thank you. I love the guns on your walls. Thanks for watching, both of you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, last time we spoke, they were over there. Now they're back there and up there.
Yeah, yes. You should just call yourself Captain Arsenal.
Yeah, when she moved in, she brought some of her own, too. She has this really old Springfield, a 30-06.
We're not going to talk guns today.
Okay.
Because we'll get into it. Everybody will be bored. And me and you will just be going back and forth. And Ben over there will be like, what the fuck? Fucking Americans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The only gun he's got is the one between his legs. Poor guy.
Fully loaded.
Yeah. So girlfriend moved in.
Yep.
Stepping up the game.
Hello.
And here's another gun nut. Casey Beardman, thank you for joining.
Hello, Magog. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you just fine.
Ah, excellent.
And we got Zarahi. Am I saying your name right?
That's close enough.
There it is. Say your name right so I know.
Zarai.
Zarai. See, there's an H in it. It threw me. Thanks for joining. What's up, buddy?
Not much. Just playing video games.
Yeah, that happens. I've been trying to get Skyrim to work right.
Oh,
Skyrim?
With like 150 mods. I don't know. I just wanted to get back into Skyrim a little bit. You know, just kill some bandits, have a little fun. There's been some like new things developed by some of the modders, like whole new worlds. I've never played Bruma. I've never played Falscar. So I thought I'd fire her back up. But I can't get that fucker stable, man. I get fucking stutters and jitters. I've tried everything. Fucking E&B.
I can help you with that.
Speed hacks.
I actually make Skyrim mods.
Really?
Yeah, I've got 2 mods I made. One that's like a cheat death because I got sick of getting one shot by everything. Like it freezes time for a second when you die and lets you reposition.
Right.
But that's all it does. And then the other one's like an NPC that you can call to you and you give it stuff and it'll sell it for you, then come back to you so you don't have to keep going back places.
Oh, you cheating son of a bitch.
I can help with Skyrim if you want. I play quite a bit of that.
Well, dude, fuck yeah, if you know any kind of tricks, because I've tried everything. I've read all the forums, all the fucking chat boards, and I'm good at modding. I've been doing it for years. I just cannot get my current mod list stable. I've run a bash patch. I've done the fucking loot list. I've cleaned the fucking DLCs and all the other mods that need fucking cleaning.
I figured all that.
Yeah, I did all that, and I still get this stutter. Like my character moves, and
do you use Mod Organizer or the Nexus Mod Manager?
Nexus.
Okay, I use Mod Organizer v 2.1.2. You can get that on GitHub. It's better than the Mod Organizer. I mean, Mod Manager. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, I'll look into that because that's like the last thing I haven't tried.
I've been using that, and I currently have like playthroughs with 200 plus mods, and I'm able to play through quite a bit, and I get about 50 or 60 frames per second.
It's not bad, and I have a badass computer. Don't get me wrong, that ain't it either.
Well, my computer, I can play Witcher maxed out at 60 frames
right,
per second.
me too.
I can't
But
play Skyrim.
Same.
I mean, I usually go with I get the new edition, the high definition version, and then I just don't mod much with the graphics. Otherwise, it slows down like crazy.
Yeah, that was my big thing. Like, it ran pretty smoothly until I installed Ruins and Clutter Improved, 2K textures.
Yeah, texture mods.
Yeah, I didn't do the
because I like my game to look beautiful. I like my female characters to have big tits and great skin textures.
You have CBBE installed, don't you?
No, UNP.
No. Oh, UNP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I switched from CBBE to UNP because better armors.
Better armors.
Yeah, the armors look better on UNP body than CBBE body. I actually like a lot of like immersion mods. I don't go too far with it. Like, I like realistic textures, and yeah, they come nude, but it's not like I'm running around in the nude anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I like the skin textures that are offered for UNP more than CBBE. CBBE is definitely for them motherfuckers who are like, I like to pull up the body morph and make her tits like 18 double fucking triple Ds, like on the big ass anime titties.
Yeah,
I don't do that. I like immersion mods. Like, most of my mods are like, immersive armors, immersive creatures.
Oh, do you use rustic clothing or Amidian-born's retextures for armor?
No, that bogged down my system. Amidian-born bogged down my fucking game. Last time I tried it anyway. I didn't need that though with all the individual texture sets that I merged. Like, it just wasn't necessary. Immersive armor's texture sets look fine to me. So, anyway, we better stop talking about Skyrim. Fucking nerd shit.
You guys are all waiting on me.
You can talk about guns if you want.
This is all my fans want to do. Like, do you like guns and or Skyrim? Hey, we can talk politics. Fuck politics. Guns or Skyrim.
Yeah, I love The Witcher too. Good game.
Hey, Des has joined us. What's up?
Hey,
and so is
guys.
Vladimir
All right, we
Dragunov.
all clean up our language now. A woman is here.
Uh-oh.
Dude,
Yeah,
your girlfriend
That's right.
is
I
sitting
already
right
stopped in
behind
before work.
your girlfriend is sitting right behind you, and I said big anime tits, and she put her fucking thumbs up. Okay, I saw that.
Wait. There's a woman here? Milady?
Hi.
Don't start with this shit.
I must tip my fedora.
Fuck all of you up with my fucking magic skills.
Oh.
So good. I only quickly stopped in before work.
Oh, heading to work today, huh?
I'm
sucks.
outside having a smoke and I already want to die.
It's so funny that, like, ever since I quit school, which sounds really bad when you hear somebody like, I quit school, fuck graduating. Like, I got one degree. I don't need another one anyway. Fuck it. But I was like, now, like, YouTube is my full-time job. Like, I have no other job because I quit all my cleaning contracts as I started making more money on YouTube. And now I literally work for myself and I'm my own boss, and I work from home, and I make my own schedule, and I just film videos, and I have fun, and I dress up like a fucking dark wizard for a living. And I'm sitting there going, my life is fucking great. And then I hear other people are like, I gotta go to work and clock in like a fucking normie.
Dude, it's 6:30 on a Monday. I don't want to be here.
Dear God, that 6:30 in the morning. I remember those days from the military. I remember my first wake up in basic training was 4 a.m. And the the TI came in and started yelling, and the lights came on, and it was playing fucking Revelry. And I fucking jumped out of bed, and I was like, "What time is it?" And one of the other airmen was like, "It's 4 a.m." And I was like, "God, is it up this early?" Like, the fuck are we doing up this early?
So wait,
the realization when you're like, you wake up in boot camp and you reach over for your alarm clock and you realize there's no bedside table there.
Oh, I had fun in basic though, because I did a perfect impression of my drill sergeant, my TI, my training instructor, and when he wasn't in the dorm, I'd fuck with the guys, you know, and I'll never forget him. His name's Technical Sergeant Ramsdale, and Jesus Christ, that guy. He talk outside of his mouth. He did it perfect. Goddamn ass hits! That's what he sounded like. Exactly like that. Right? So I'd go around the dorm and be like, "What the fuck you guys doing? You guys have fun at basic training? Are you? You fucking ass clowns." Well, the little fucking box on the wall, they can listen in. I didn't know that. I thought you had to hit the button.
That's awkward.
No, they could turn it on from downstairs, you know, in the office. And they heard me. And I was sitting there. I was like, "You fucking assheads. You need to get this door clean." All of a sudden on the wall, I was like, "Tech Sergeant Ramsdale, can you come down to the office? Your wife is on the phone." And I was like, "Oh, shit." So I like walked up to the box, and all the airmen were like, "Oh, shit." And I walked up there, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll be down in a minute." They were like, "Thank you." Like an hour goes by, and I thought I got away with it. I thought maybe he walked in the office, and they were like, "Your wife was waiting on you." You know, he's like, "Oh, I'll call her back." Now he come up there, he kicked in the fucking door, and we were all. And he walked in. "Which one of you's the funny man?" I'm like, "Pretend he's me." Get on your fucking faces! So we're all down in push-up, you know? And he goes, "I'm going to kill all of you. Unless one of you steps forward. Who's the culprit?" So I stood up and I was like, "Sir, training Jeremy reports is ordered." He's like, "Get the fuck in my office!" All the rest of you push Texas down. And everybody's like, "Fuck you, Jeremy!" I get in the office, he slams the door and he's like, sits down, he goes, "So you're the funny man." And I was like, "Sir, training?" He goes, "No, like me." And I was like, "Sir, I don't He goes, "No, like me." And I go, "Sir, Trading Jeremy reports his order." He goes, "That's pretty goddamn good. I like that." You sound just like me. After that, my entire basic training, he'd be marching us just up, up. Boy, I'm getting tired of marching this flight. If only there was someone who sounds just like me.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, that's brilliant.
Report. He'd be like, "Front and center." I come, "Coming, sir." Yeah.
That's even worse.
Walk up and he'd go, "March this fucking flight. I'm tired." And I go, "Flight attention." He goes, "No, like me." Damn it! I'd be marching my flight around the damn base, just hop, tap, tap, hop. You're a bunch of asshats. Hop, tap, tap, hop.
So, who's complaining about starting work at 6:30 in the morning?
I don't know.
Me.
Oh, that's cute. You know, I will never complain about starting at 6:30 ever again in the morning. You know what? I start at 4 a.m.
See, I wake up at 4:30. That's bad enough.
I wake up at 3, so. Man.
Not my fault. You're crazy.
It's horrible.
Hey, we're joined by Dragon in the West. What's up, buddy? Are we going to see some ceilings? Are you going to turn on your camera, show some ceilings? Mr. Ceiling Man. This guy always turns on his camera and he's like looking up, like we see his nose hairs. He's like, "What's up, everybody?"
Yeah, I got the man bun now.
Yeah, I see that. Mine's getting long too. Look at that shit. Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
Damn.
I've been thinking lately because I just got done with school like you, so I'm like, you know what, I need to do some good messing around. So what I wanted to do is I was going to show up and identify. I am a time-traveling Martian for the 24th century, and I am sick of my oppression at the hands of Earth. You guys all have 1G privilege. You guys I'm oppressed by your gravity.
There's something wrong with your brain.
I was so tempted. I wanted to make a whole video like that.
Where the fuck do you work? I know that's you. You got birds in the background or some shit.
Yeah, probably me again.
I work at a hardware store.
Ace?
The big hardware store.
Lowe's? Home
Depot? A big hardware. Yes.
Home Depot?
Yeah.
Man, you look Mexican as fuck, too. It just matches.
You know what it is? No, it's that tan. It's that California sun.
Oh, God. I'm going to California, guys.
Are you going to VidCon?
Yep. I just bought my tickets and the hotel I got is literally called the Castle Inn, and it's like a castle. Nice. They have suits of armor in the hallways. I was like, that's perfect for Magog.
Wait, you're coming to California?
Yep.
Oh boy.
I promised I'd go. I got a lot of friends who want me to go this year.
There is I'm going to stay in costume the whole time.
Yeah, no, that's probably not going to happen. It's hot as fuck there.
Dude, I'm probably going to chill.
Hey, it's winter here.
I don't know. I'm wearing a scarf. I'm pretty good. See?
I'm probably just going to do a video that's like Magog goes to California. And then it's just going to cut to a skeleton. It's just going to cut to a skeleton with a black cloak on fire. Magog did not make it.
Wait a minute. What if you dress up as Magog and go into the witch store? The witch store from that video.
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
Please do a video with that.
There are a ton of new agey places here. I would love to have you walk into one of those. So, how does this help out with my reception from other dimensions? Well, you see, man, this helps align your.
I found out that Anaheim has a medieval times.
It does, yeah.
I am totally going to go to medieval times dressed as Magog and be like, "Bring me more Pepsi, wench."
It's not exactly Anaheim. It's Anaheim adjacent. It's called Buena Vista. That's where Knott's Berry Farm is. And yeah, they do have it. The medieval times is nice there. I went there with my buddy for
I hate it when it goes up my nose.
His wife had her birthday. She had it there, and it was kick ass.
Something.
Sounds nice.
My night won, and he looked like Jesus.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. It all really depends, but I am going to try, honestly, to just kind of stay in the area because traffic sucks, and I don't want to rent a car, so I'll be taking Uber, taxis, or whatever everywhere.
I can drive you around part of the way because I'm going to be there.
I don't trust you.
You don't trust me, my California driving.
Do you have a limo?
No,
I can just ride in the back and be like, "Take me, dragon in the west, to the place called Costco."
Hey, Lord Magog, I can drive you if you want. You so desire.
I'm probably be hanging with Nick and Jeff most of the time because them and Anaheim Hearts got a freaking Airbnb. I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna be at the con for maybe 5 hours the whole weekend and then just chilling out.
I'm not even going into the convention center. I'm just gonna be there. I'm just there to hang out with some friends. I don't know how often I'll be in costume. Maybe if we do a live stream in the evenings or something at somebody's fucking hotel room or house they rented for the weekend or whatever, I'll come in character. But I am not walking around in that California fucking sun with black makeup, blind eyes, and a black cloak on. I'm just not fucking doing it.
We should do is what you should do is you should get the hood and the black makeup and then wear a Hawaiian shirt and be Magog on vacation.
Oh, that's brilliant. I like that.
Alright, guys, I'm going to drop because I've got to go into work. But I'll see you in the chat. Have fun.
Yep. Have a good day at work, Des. Thanks for dropping in.
Thanks. No worries. Bye.
Hey, Dragon.
Yeah.
Mute yourself when you're not talking because the background of the store you're in is really distracting. Appreciate it, buddy. You know, I love you, but you got a lot of background noise there. I'm just, trying to make it a nice, clean stream. When you talk, you can just, unmute yourself. It's no big deal. Love to have you here. I'm not trying to point out any terrible choices that you've made in your life.
I'm in a noisy place. Yes, I know.
Should. He says he hates you.
Yes. So anyway, let's go down the roll. I've talked to Ben, and I've talked to Captain and Captain girlfriend. And what's up, man, Casey?
Hello.
What's up, man?
I'm in California. It's a little warm today. Well, it's not terrible.
It's hot as fuck today in Arkansas, but it's because the humidity is through the fucking roof because we had thunderstorms over the weekend.
Oh God, I couldn't stand that.
Yeah, you can't walk outside. You feel like you're fucking stepping into a shower, like a sauna.
Well, how else do you grow your rice there? You need that humidity for the rice.
Yeah, we are the rice state. There's a reason.
Oh wow, they grow a lot of rice here near where I live as well.
Yeah, like 40% of the nation's rice comes from Arkansas. There's literally like a rice paddy on our quarter. You know how they did a quarter for every state?
Yeah.
Like Arkansas state quarter has a diamond, a hummingbird, and a fucking rice field.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yep. And let's see. Let's move on down the list. I've talked Zerai.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Close enough.
What's
I just
up,
made
buddy?
it up. It's one of my game character names.
Of course it is. It's the internet. It's like, that's not my real name. No shit.
Not much. Just playing video games and working. I live in Minnesota, so it's pretty boring.
I have a
Surrounded by
friend from
cornfields.
Minnesota. Yeah, I have a friend from
Cornfields and
Minnesota.
guns.
Yeah, definitely. Well, one of my military buddies is from Minnesota, and he's in Japan right now. But he's a pilot and everything. Him and his dad built their own plane, and they fly around.
My dad actually flies too. He's got a Cessna and a...
Yeah, that's fucking Minnesota people.
Nothing
Vladimir!
else. You got to get away from here somehow.
Right? Vladimir, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Just got back from the gun show. And then
Ooh, nice.
actually bought a new gun.
I bought a new gun too, not too long ago.
Now, what'd you buy?
AK-47.
Civilian grade G3 is what I bought.
Nice. I'd show it to you, but it's in my dad's gun safe. I don't keep my guns in my apartment. One, I ain't got space for them, and I ain't lugging a fucking gun safe up these stairs. Well, once I move out to the studio, once it's built, I will get like 3 gun safes.
I plan on getting a sword as well sometime.
Yeah,
and
legit sword.
A legit sword.
A legit
long sword.
Like one of the ones made by Albion.
No, it's from a website called Swords of Might, which I told Magog last stream about.
Yes.
This one I'm looking for is about 4.7 feet long total length.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a bastard sword.
And I plan on either naming it Kindness or the Sword of Tremendous Unyielding Devastation, or Stud for swords.
Yeah, you're trying to copy my joke, but I came up.
I did. I was acronym.
Nobody comes up with better acronyms than Magog. That's slut back there.
I was gonna say Magog has slut, but I got stud right here.
The sword of ludicrous undertaking.
I'm going to kill you with my sluts.
It's funny. It's got a magical enchantment on it. When I swing it, it goes, oh yeah. Oh, yeah, Daddy.
Harder, Daddy.
Penetrate me. Oh yes.
And then after I'm done killing somebody, it's like covered in blood, and it's like I'm covered in sticky goodness.
Does the pommel unscrew? Pommel come off?
Let's
yes, unscrew the pommel and end them rightly.
Yes.
I love that meme.
Let's go to the chat. Brad Yugs in the chat, or Cat's in the chat. Angry Enderman. And Asterisk Lore's in the chat. What's up? What's up, guys? What's up, chat? Mote of Labros is in the chat. Mote of Labros sent me a really cool prop for the show. You guys want to see it?
Yeah.
You guys want to see it? Hold on, I'll go get it. I'm going to turn the camera off, though, so you guys don't see my boxer shorts.
Wait, what?
What?
I was just studying, and all of a sudden Magog's face is on the computer. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I was laying in bed watching stupid YouTube videos, and it came up as a notification.
Your guys' mic's open.
That's fine.
By the way, whoever's the "End Them Rightly" thing, I would love someone to do a parody of that, but with Star Wars, where they throw the lightsaber at them.
But lightsabers.
Hill at him.
Here it is.
They don't have
what he said.
What is that? Is that wine?
A bottle with eyeball on it, and like really cool, like skin texture, and the cork has a little eyeball.
Oh, that's amazing.
It glows in a black light too. I'm gonna figure out where to put it on my set. Thanks again, Mote of Labros. Thanks for sending me cool shit. Cool shit.
I don't know how to pronounce that name, but it says, if Slut and Stud ever met, lots of short swords and a dagger.
Would be, yes, birthed into existence. Oh, yes. Amazing set, says John Dufresne.
Line of sound.
Yes, that is the Magog set back there. Look at that. There's Poe. There's Poe, and there's all the details and all the little mushrooms and those little things that plug in. Yep. Some of it's handmade, some of it's just bought from like as an artist.
I see Poe.
As an artist, I took a class a long time ago, and ever since high school and everything too. A big part of being an artist and practicing, traditional mediums like drawing and charcoal and paint and watercolors and stuff like that is to how to set up, and even in photography, is how to set up a good still life. And it just dawned on me that still lives are essentially set building.
Guys, I have to step out. I have to go back to work. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Dragon. Thanks for coming by, man.
Bye.
But yeah, I just took what I learnd about still life building, and I applied it to building a set. All the little things are perfectly where I want them to be, and I arranged it to where it'll look good on camera. It's almost like an art form itself, set building. So yeah, I just kind of you got to keep in mind what the camera's going to see and what the camera's not going to see. So you gotta do that. That's why my set just kind of ends up there, like, because that's the top of the camera, like where that map is. There's nothing but apartment wall. There's no reason to put anything up there, So, but the new set, once the studio is built, that I'm sure you guys might have saw the concept image on the GoFundMe. I could pull it up if you guys want, but it's like a whole store, like Magog's Magical Shop. And it's going to be like the entire room. So I'm basically going to be living in like a wizard tower, because it's also going to have an apartment in it. So from like there's probably going to be a good like 30-foot by 30-foot space that all the way around, ceiling, floor, walls, is just going to be Magog's like magic shop with like green screen windows and stuff, so I can superimpose things outside and everything. So it's a pretty ambitious project, which is why I started the GoFundMe, because the money that I'm using from, I believe so much in this show that I'm putting my own money in all this. So I cashed out all my mutual funds, my IRA, my retirement, everything. So I'm putting about $15,000 to $20,000 of my own money into this. So, but I needed to raise a little money to help build the set, because my money is going to build the building, to help build the building. My family's getting a loan as well to help me with the building of the building, but my money is going to be like the down payment on that loan. So I needed to raise some money, and so I set it at $5,000. What I really need is $10K, but I didn't think I'd get there. not with the size audience I have. But I'm at like $4,100 on the GoFundMe. I'm only like $900 away from having the $5,000. So
That's good to hear.
yeah, so if I get that,
I was worried when I saw it because I already contribute to the Patreon of you and a bunch of other creators, so I couldn't donate anything to it myself.
no, I understand. You guys got to do what you got to do first, you know. I get that.
We still love you, Magog.
Yes, but have you guys seen the? Here, I'll screen share. Fucking, let me go to it. Stupid thing.
Always double check before you double click.
I know, right?
Oh, the shit that would pop up on accident, I can't even imagine.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
Magog's Pornhub.
Yeah, right. All right. Now, this is screen share.
Thought it was Poe's account.
Oh.
Present to
God,
everyone.
that'd even
What
worse.
the fuck?
Oh,
There we go.
Extreme.
So this is the concept image right here.
that looks nice.
So that's Magog's tower. What's inside
Yeah. Now that will be what I build at the new studio. That's it right there. In an approximation, obviously it's a concept image.
Of course,
There
there's
might be
roofers
some,
flying out there.
there might be some changes depending on the layout of the building once it's finished. But that's it right there. And I figured since I got I'm screen sharing, I might as well show you guys my land.
Oh.
So we'll go to Google.
Because last time I was on, the land you were looking for got bought up.
Yeah, that 20 acres with that house on it, I really wanted it, but I couldn't line up the loan. So.
How dare you make money on the land?
I'll start at the closest city that I can think of, and then I'll drive you guys there. So here's Highway 5. Yep. So you got to drive down. And then driving down.
Magog is doxing himself.
Driving down. No, I'm not. This is literally land I don't live on yet. And when I do, I plan on releasing the address anyway because it's technically going to be my place of business. So.
Yeah, we got a super chat.
Oh, do we? Sweet.
Yeah.
Let me look at that. Where did you pull that up?
All right.
Anthony Bailey says, "Hey, bud, as I always say, this ain't much, but I will drop it when I can." Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, is that... Okay, that's El Paso. I went past it.
El Paso, isn't that in Texas?
We have an El Paso here, too.
I'm sure there's an El Paso here in California as well.
Oh, God. I
I
just did the math on how much he donated, and it's $6.66.
That's fun. All right, here we are.
€4.99.
This be my land. Here it is. All right.
Beautiful.
So basically what it is this side of the easement is 37 and a half acres. And you can see the line.
I see that.
You see this giant square basically, right?
This
Well, basically it's split up into 3 plots of 12 and a half acres. So 12 and a half acres rectangular. You can see it. I'm this middle one. That's my land right there. This you can see my back edge because they have a field, right? So this all the way down to about here and right in front of that piece of shit house that's half burnt down. Right there.
I see the woods you were talking about last time.
This is nothing but forest, my land. People are like, why don't you just start building? Nature's in the way. That's why. Okay.
Well, at least you will have plenty of wood.
Yeah.
To work.
What I'm hoping is when I build back there, these people that this family that sold us this middle bit will realize that we're moving back there and be like, fuck it, and put these two up for sale. I'd love to buy this whole square. I'd love to have all 37 acres of this, the pond and everything, because you can see the property line right here. Yeah. This is the easement. So this map's kind of wrong because it has the easement going like off into the woods here. That's not true. You kind of
Nice.
drive up and stay straight, and it goes right up the edge of the land. You can see the road there. See. But yeah, that when I pull in to go shoot guns, I basically drive all the way up and pull into this one tiny little clearing here, and just get out of my car and just start shooting into the woods because that's about the only clearing. Is that little spot right there?
That is so redneck. You just pull up, take out the gun, bah, 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 bah.
Pretty much. So, but that's the land, and I plan on going to take pictures of it too. Like, there's just not much to take pictures of. I mean, people are like, I want to see what you're doing. I want to see your property. You're going to see trees. Google trees, and you will know what my land looks like.
Yeah, the wizard tower isn't finished yet.
Yeah. So, and like this house here is on the other property, the front property, but it's like half burnt down, like nobody lives in it. And this guy's trailer burned down, so he doesn't live there anymore. And then people moved away, so I don't have to worry about them using my land.
Explosion? What the hell happened? Why is everything burning around you?
Well, this house, it probably didn't burn down. It was abandoned, and then somebody probably caught it on fire for fun. Because it looks like a house built in like
An evil wizard.
1941. Like it's like a shack in the woods. It's not like a real house. Like you could tell it was built in like the 40s. This guy was probably smoking and fell asleep or something. Like, yeah, you know, like that guy was living back there. He was an asshole though, so fuck him.
So, well, yes, he's a wizard, yes, but he's a necromancer, not a pyromancer. So,
but as you can see, 12.5 acres is pretty damn big. Like that's a car right there. So if you say that's a normal sized little truck, you could tell if you put that little truck on my land, you could tell how big this is. That's a lot of land. It really is. If I build the village on this property, if I can't find another property, like I said, I'd love to buy this back half because this nice clearing, this pasture land, I'd love to build the village right there. Have these nice shade trees nearby, a little woods right there. Them people don't care. The people live there. They'll look out the back, be like, "Goddamn medieval village back there. Look at that shit." Goddamn,
if you can get good internet out there.
Goddamn Lord of the Rings is my neighbors. What the fuck? You know. Yeah, that's the big thing. But I mean, it's pretty far off the main road, but there are internet connections out here.
Yeah, we got lucky. We live out in the country in Minnesota, but they came and ran a fiber line straight through our ditch.
Yep. You can still see my little that big 37-acre square right there. Like you can still see it this far up. There it is. I'm gonna keep my mouse on it.
we can see it from space.
There it is. I'm keeping my mouse on it.
Oh wow, that's
There it is. That's Morscar right there.
welcome to Morscar.
It's a peak. There's not much to look at.
Now look over on your land and see a dark portal pulsing.
Right.
You got another super chat.
Yeah, Modal Libro. A little I can give for Morscar. Thank you, Modal Libros. You already sent me a cool bottle though. So anyway, yeah, that's the fundraiser, and that's about it. Like, what else should we talk about? I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about?
Building the village.
Did anyone even watch the new season of Roseanne? Because I heard it picked up and they got canceled recently because of a tweet.
A racist tweet.
Yeah, we already know that. I don't even want to talk about that shit. I'm like, this stuff happens so much now. I don't even know what to say. I'm like, whatever. Like, they're gonna fucking run their companies into the ground. Like,
I mean, I feel bad because I just discovered Last Man Standing.
Oh, I love that show.
We've been watching like 2 episodes of it at night when I come home from Pizza Hut.
I actually prefer other, like I like TV shows and I like movies and everything, but I actually prefer masturbating furiously to pornography. Like that's my hobby.
TMI.
That's my hobby right
What
there.
else do you do in
I can't
Moscow?
do it anymore. I share a bed.
Now you fired my favorite porn star because of a racist tweet. We're gonna have a problem.
I think porn stars would be kind of safe from that.
I don't know, man. Like I read a story one time about a woman who was like, I don't fuck black guys, like in my porns. You remember that? And then like social justice went after her, and I'm like, that's just her sexual preference. Like fuck off, it's not racist. She's just like, you don't understand. Most black porn stars, they're just really huge, and it hurts. Like, she tried to explain it like it wasn't a racist thing. She was just like, I just don't work with black porn stars because they're like 18-inch slongs, and it fucking hurts.
That's racist.
But the SJWs came out, were like, it's racist. She won't sleep with black people.
Which is totally our business.
Yeah, right.
Don't they get upset when like black men date white women anyway?
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. They try to push it out there like, oh, it's amazing, it's fucking awesome, but then they'll turn around and be like, now wait a minute, this is not diverse enough. Nothing's ever good enough for them, so there's just no point.
When is there?
Let them be virgins.
Asterisk Lore corrects me. He says it was a gay guy porn actor. Still, the story stands. He was like, fucking black dudes, man, they hurt my asshole.
Oh,
TMI.
why do people? Oh, okay.
Yeah, TMI.
I don't know. It might have been a whole separate. It might have been a whole separate, similar story, though. Who knows? I've seen multiple ones. People go after Mercedes Carrera all the time because of the shit she says, but she don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's been on The Drunken Peasants a few times when I saw her.
Yeah, like I followed her on Twitter because of some of the stuff she was saying, and I instantly regretted it because my Twitter was just suddenly filled up with just like fucking big fake tits. But then she followed me back, and I was like, well, I'll keep her around. She's a Magogonite.
You regretted that?
Well, I'm just, like, it's just, you do get tired of seeing the same person over and over again post pictures. It's like, we get it, you're naked. I like Mercedes Carrera, but she's also not my favorite, like, porn star or anything, but that's just whatever. I don't have a favorite porn star, actually, to be honest with you.
This is so weird. We're now talking about porn and everything.
It is a real industry, and I am not ashamed of my sexuality. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Race Jacobson says hating vaginal tearing is racist. That's racist. Everything.
Everything is racist. Everything is homophobic, etc.
Okay, Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah, I hate that shit, man. Like, even she was all like, like they put a feminist robot in fucking Solo, and she still came out and was like, it's a parody. They hate us. It's like, they're giving you everything you want, and you're still not happy. Go fuck yourself.
Pop, beep, bop, boop, beep. Diversity.
Well, that's the whole point. It's not about getting what they want. It's about controlling what everyone does.
Yep. Paragon Pancake gives $5 in the chat, but doesn't say anything. But thank you, Paragon Pancake. Boy, that's a mouthful.
Because what was it when Evergreen was going on? How they just kept giving them things and giving them things and giving them things, and they just kept acting like, okay, now do this.
Yeah, they basically like held the fucking president of the college hostage for 3 days because he just kept on fucking giving them everything they wanted. So they were like, fuck it, we're gonna keep going. Like,
that's fucking monkey.
We learned nothing from World War II. It's what happened. That's what happens when you placate a fucking dictator that's run by an ideology. Like, fucking Hitler was like, I'm going to take Poland. And we're like, now Hitler, don't do it again. Like, okay, we get it. You took Poland because some shit. And he was like, no, I'll stop. Then he took Switzerland. We were like, now what? What is going on? I'm sorry, but it was just right there, and they have great cheese.
And Czechoslovakia and Austria.
He didn't take Switzerland, though.
It was Austria.
Thanks.
Then all of a sudden they were on the shores of England and they had conquered France, and then the English were like, okay, that's it. Chamberlain!
What ho? A foe? Who's this?
Oh, man, that's funny.
No, have you seen the oversimplified World War II video they got on YouTube right now? It's pretty popular. Hitler's like, I want that thing. And the rest of the world's like, okay, you can have that thing, but nothing else. I want that thing. Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Oh, dear.
Yes, rinse and repeat.
Sounds historically accurate.
But anyway, I don't know, guys. I just felt like doing a random stream and hanging out with some of my patrons and just talking whatever we want to talk about, Fucking
Yeah, porn, Hitler.
What is?
We transitioned pretty
Let's
quickly.
talk about how people are saying that are complaining about how the new How to Train Your Dragon movie is going to have heterosexual dragons.
Yeah, I saw that. That's
What?
stupid.
What?
People are complaining about that.
They're like, oh,
Seriously?
another movie with heterosexual dragons. I'm like, that's a real article?
That's like my favorite animated movie. They're messing
I'm
with
like,
that
first
now.
of all, you don't know if the dragon could be the last of its kind, so it being gay could pretty much is
Not
guaranteed
matter.
extinction.
Here's the thing. Like, those movies are great. I really do enjoy them. I haven't seen the show. Like, they do have a show, like Race to the
I
Edge
think,
or whatever
I
it
think
is.
they stopped airing it. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah. It definitely, like, supposedly it, like, connected the two movies because, like, stuff happened in the second movie that I didn't understand.
How to Train Your Dragon? That animated show?
Yeah,
Okay,
it has
so
it's on Netflix. I just haven't watched it. It's for kids.
Yeah.
I guess the movies are for kids too, but I feel like they're better made because the TV shows are pumped out pretty quick, so the graphics aren't as good. But like the second movie looked beautiful, man. The textures were well up to date and everything.
Yeah, the first one was good. The second one, not so good. It's kind of shitty in the story and everything.
Fucking Gulf City Outlaw in the chat is like, Des, shouldn't you be working? What are you doing in the chat? You're supposed to be at work.
Funny enough, How to Train Your Dragon 1 is what inspired me to go get my pilot's license nowadays. I love flying.
Yeah, I prefer my feet on the ground. I know I was in the Air Force, but I was a truck driver. God damn it, I didn't. I only got on a plane when they told me to, and I didn't like it.
So you kept your head out of the clouds?
Yeah, I like to keep my feet firmly planted on Earth.
So you were in the Air Force?
Terra firma.
Yes, thank you. Haven't heard that one before.
I know. I know.
Come on, I was in the Marine Corps, and I haven't made that joke at him yet.
No,
So-
crayons.
Muscles are required, but intelligence is not expected.
Yep.
Yeah, Marines.
The blue ones, hearts, all the crayons.
Hey, Marine.
Yeah.
What does it sound like when shit hits the fan? Marine.
Oh boy, I haven't heard that one.
That's a good one. I loved all the military acronyms. My acronym came from. I introduced it to people who didn't know it. I was surprised Vehicle Ops didn't know it because Air Force came from the Army Air Corps. But back in the Army days, Army transportation days, during like Vietnam and stuff, they had an acronym that I guess got long forgotten. But my grandfather told me about it, and so I introduced it to the modern day Vehicle Ops, and everybody loved it and started putting it on patches and everything. Like I created a thing. I guess I went semi-viral in the military long before I even joined the internet. But
What's the thing you created?
the acronym was FIDO, F-I-D-O. FIDO, like the dog.
Here, doggy.
What's
And
it
it stands for fuck it, drive on.
for?
Makes sense.
Yep, Fido. And then we had
FNG?
no, we had FYF. Fuck your face. And then of course the classics, Fubar and Snafu,
Snafu.
all those. Yeah, everybody remembers those.
What about Pogue?
Situation normal, all fucked up.
Pogue or poke?
Person
I remember
person
Pogue.
other than Grunt.
Yeah. We didn't really use that one because we didn't have grunts in the Air Force. That's an Army thing. Everybody in the Air Force has we're logistics, man. Like we take smart people, not necessarily people fitted for battlefields, because we're logistics. So like to get in the Air Force, you had to score higher on the ASVAB than any other military branch to get in the Air Force. Like you had to make like a 60 or higher. The Army would take you if you knew how to sign your name right.
I think it's the Marines.
No, actually,
No, the Marines would take you if you knew how to sign your name right, and you could like lift a 300-pound man. like that. There's a difference.
Unlike
You
the
know?
Army, the Marine Corps required a high school diploma for enlistment.
Yeah, Army will take you if you have a GED at least. You know, but everybody's got their own standards. We're joined by Incandescent 01. What's up, Incandescent 01?
Incandescent 01.
How's it going?
You're in your truck?
What's with the gas mask?
He's he's trying to remain anonymous.
Legend.
He is. It
Well,
is.
see what happened was my standard communication pack went out, so I had to cannibalize some stuff, and I lost life support. Oops.
What?
Okay, Bane.
I caught standard something
Standard
cannibalized.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but I don't know if it works on live streams there, buddy. Like, it may work in edited videos because you can record the audio separately, but that thing blocks your mouth, man. That.
I was told that I came through pretty clearly, but I guess not.
Maybe if the mic was a little
kick his
closer,
ass
but
well, my mic is this ear thing in my head,
that didn't really work.
and I was told that that it was picking up just fine. I guess not.
Well, it probably
I'll
does when you're
just
not
kick his
streaming.
ass next time I meet him.
Yeah, it's all good,
Streaming,
man.
it compresses the sound, so it's
Yeah.
dropping a lot of it.
It may sound fine on a regular like Hangout or something, but with the fancy Hangout for live streaming and the signal going out, it compresses it. So
Seems legit.
yeah.
No, yeah. What I had tried to say while the mask was on was that my standard communication pack wasn't working, so I had to get out the backup, and I also had to cannibalize some stuff, and I lost life support in the process. Oops.
It happens. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh shit, he's the one with the spaceship.
Yeah, I'm the one with the Gurgle Out 919.
Oh, and wait, you were the one with all that weird, like, fan fiction type shit you would type into the chat, right? Yeah, all that ass, right?
No, I don't
Yeah.
remember any of that.
If you
You
know
That was him. That was him.
Everybody who doesn't remember any of that, that is what acid.
I would never harm the dear Magog.
No, you didn't. You put an enchantment of, like, infinite health upon them. Okay, now I'm going to shove a 36-inch dildo up your ass.
Yeah, we kind of had to put
I think I remember a 90-inch one.
You had to be there.
It was on side quest. We had to stop doing that. We decided that we were going to act out death scenes if people super chatted our death, and that went a little overboard because every 5 minutes we were like, ah, ah.
It got weird. Really.
The whole point in the infinite health bullshit was that I wasn't supposed to be actually killing you. You were just supposed to scream a lot.
Yes, this is the guy who's
They did.
obsessed with hurting me. We are joined also now by Fetus the Patty. What's up, Fetus?
Why is there a fetus in the chat?
I don't know.
Because Silent Hills got canceled.
Can I abort it?
Well, he's muted right now, so maybe he's trying to figure out what's up with his mic.
Either that or he's still in the womb being a fetus and all that.
Speaking of side quests, though, we're coming back this month with the new co-hosts and everything. It'll probably be on the 18th, I believe, before I go to VidCon. Will be the first episode, is what we're trying to schedule. If anything happens with that, I'll let everybody know. But as of right now, we got a pretty steady date set for the first episode of season 2 of Side Quest with 2 new co-hosts.
Yes, finally.
And all new overlays and all kinds of shit.
Tell me, Magog, on the subject of SideQuest, have you warned your new sex appeal about me?
Nope, I'm going to leave that to be a surprise.
Speaking of surprises, I don't know if this was announced yet or not, but you've got you, Beard Barrett, and the other 2 haven't been announced yet.
Nope, we're keeping it a secret.
All right.
Wait,
but they're two female co-hosts.
Oh, boy.
Are actually going to be characters based in Magog's world, unlike Vamp. So Vamp was great and everything. We had fun, but she wanted to do something different. So we all kind of, she wanted to.
She wouldn't scream.
Yeah, she wanted to go to the, because she's dating Tonka. She wanted to, help with the Kumite and all that stuff. So we all just kind of went our own ways. There was no breakup, no angry words or anything. It was all amicable. And I kind of wanted to do something different with the show anyway. This is a different show altogether. I mean, it really is.
One of the girls is just Magog in a dress.
Magog.
Magog.
Femgog.
Nope. These are two YouTubers that want to do something a little different and join the show and play characters. And one of them is a dark fairy, and the other one is a thief in the night.
Oh dear.
And
Wait, a fairy like the ones that committed a terrorist in Ireland in that one episode?
I have no idea.
Will the grind be coming back?
Every co-host, every host of the show is going to have their own segment. Magog is going to do the grind. Beardbarian's going to be doing This Week in History type of thing, which is going to be really funny. One of the female co-hosts, the fairy probably,
oh, you fucked something up.
Is probably going to do something along the lines of like bad romance, you know, because she's got a little bit of sex appeal. So we're going to give her like a segment where she covers like missed romantic opportunities off of Craigslist, you know.
Ooh.
Just real cringy shit. And then the thief, the female thief, is gonna she's gonna do stories about really dumb rich people that she'd like to rob. So kind of on lifestyles of the rich and famous time. So it's all gonna be like a good 2-hour show of like just zany skits and funny stories that play off of our individual characters.
Nice.
So it's going to be fun, and I will. I'll go ahead and since you do the screen sharing thing again. Let me turn off the profile pics. I don't want you people knowing who our new hosts are. But I'll turn off the. We're also introducing special attacks that each co-host can use throughout the show. Right. So I'll leave Beardy on because you already know he's on the show. But let me screen share.
Does Magog still have those med crates I sent him?
I have no idea what your that was just a joke, bro. What? All right. Present to everyone. You guys should see my screen. I'll pull up OBS, and here's the new overlay.
Looks pretty.
Yep. And
so you're the green one, right?
Of course. Yes.
Is the dagger the thief?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is the thief going to be wearing leather?
Yes. Black.
Oh, black leather.
A lot of black. I don't know if it's leather. Like it's not going to be like S&M leather. I think she's got like a black cloak and a dagger and stuff like that. So.
And then the purple one's the fairy, right?
Yep. You guys got it. And I even animated some water coming out of the dragon's mouth here. Some sparkly bits floating around. And Beardy's Beardy's got this got his thing down. He gets hit, gets bloodier.
And bloodier, huh? Oh.
And then death will be skeletons for all of us. So that's why I haven't done them yet. That's why I have them turned off so you don't see who they are. And I haven't done my images yet, so it's incomplete, but the overlay's complete. I just have to finish my images. And then we have these special attacks. So like every time, like watch my corner, the little skull. Every time we get a super chat that requests the special attack, this thing will play, and it'll take the icon away, and some music will play, and the big thing will show up on the screen. And then certain things will happen. We will act them out. So it's kind of a fun way to kind of add a little bit to the original concept. There's Beardy's, and there's the dark fairies. Hers kind of disappears real quick like that, and then the thief.
Looks like water.
Yep. Well, her character we decided was from the Brine, which is a region of Magog's world that is basically run by it's not run by any one kingdom. It's run by the merchant kings. Yeah, the Brine is right on the coast of the Wraith Sea.
So it's kind of like
Trump.
Italy.
So it's basically going to be a place that's perfect for thieves and pirates, because that's where all like the greatest shipping ports and all that stuff exists. So we gave her kind of a water theme because she's from the brine.
Nice.
Yep.
Sounds kind of like Venice.
Yeah, a little like Venice.
Venice.
Venice was definitely a trade hub of Europe for
Very
1,000 years. Silks coming in from Asia and all kinds of stuff. So, they had a direct line to the Silk Road. So that was the whole thing behind Marco Polo. He was Venetian. So, holy shit,
food. Drive through. Wait. How do you get a spaceship to go through the drive-through of a restaurant?
I think he's just acting, man.
Spaceship.
No, actually, I'm doing some repairs. Actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on my stream and then taking your tires off.
No, I didn't. The tires didn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's gone now.
Yeah, you're getting too far away from your signal there because we didn't understand a word of that, but that's okay.
I said I'm actually getting fuel. The tires didn't come off at all.
Yes. So anyway, you guys got a little insight into SideQuest. Really wish I could reveal to you who the new co-hosts are, but we really want to amp up the excitement about the show and give everybody a.
Yes, you've got me in suspense.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I have suspension.
That and I don't want to tempt fate. The moment we announce somebody and then what if something happens and one of them has to drop off and then we have to find somebody else. Like I don't want to tempt fate until we're ready to go and it's 100% and everybody's in,
Good.
Because it's a pretty ambitious project as far as a live stream. There's not a live stream like it on YouTube. This whole idea of having health bars and interacting with the chat by allowing them to dictate, our death by taking away health points for funny jokes. That's how the audience can kill us. It's not going to be this ass rape damage, ha 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 ha, and then we all die. It's not going to be like that. Now you actually the audience has to work for it too. We will take health points away based on reaction of the hosts to what is said in the chat.
So for
you got to bring your A game and make us laugh really hard. You better come up with a really good joke or a really good insult. You better come up with something that'll take our health away because it ain't going to be none of this 30 points of ass rape damage and then we die. No, you got to bring your game. You're going to have to insult us and actually make us laugh, make us cringe, make us go, oh, God, that was horrible. I'm going to take a health point away. Oh, my God, that was bad. You got to work for it.
Oh, I was just going to say I'd stab you with a spear through the throat, but, well, okay.
Wait,
nope,
so
that's not
I can't just donate a lot of money and kill you that way?
Nope, we're not doing that anymore. As much as I appreciate money, we have to make it entertaining. It's not just about one person.
What do you think? Electronic Arts?
Not even if it's $100.
I'm sorry, man. Not even that, man. I'm sorry. That just we tried that. We 4 hours and 47 minutes of remaining drive time. It made us some good money, especially from you, Sugar Daddy, but it just didn't work out. It was not entertaining to the guests. I have a show to do. It's all about the whole audience. Okay? We have to be fair here. It has to be entertaining. You can't just be like, here's $100, dance for me, sandwich monkey. That's not what we do. So if you don't want to give that kind of money and then be disappointed, I'm sorry, we're not going to break the rules. SideQuest is going to have rules, So don't give your money if you don't want to, I appreciate all donations that come in, but we're trying to put on a show here.
I totally want to. It's just that you screaming is the most hilarious part of the show.
And that will happen from time to time, don't get me wrong. Magog's special attack is Necromantic Chaos, which he can choose between the two. His attack can either be he can kill himself because he's so horrified about what's being talked about and damage all other hosts 2 health points, or he can choose to damage himself 2 other 2 health points and kill everyone.
Just so long as you guys actually scream when you take damage.
We'll definitely act it out and stuff, you know. I don't
kept
know what
doing
you're
it so much until I got around to just super raping you.
Yeah, I get it, man. You want to hear us scream in pain, which is weird, but okay. But we are only we're trying to make it to where it's only done a couple of times on the show because we don't want to just, you know, make it all about just us being in pain all the time. Like, it is supposed to be funny. It's about the interaction between the characters. It's a show. It's just a show, you know. It can't be catered to one individual or another. It just has it's got to be entertaining because we are trying to draw in a bigger audience and get more followers and so that I can make enough money to pay for the big show, the sitcom, you know, and build Nightshade Village and get started with all that. You know, I want to hire a thought that'll be like Magog's hot but dumb assistant. Like, I want to, you know, I want to do all kinds of funny shit.
A wench?
So, what about that hoe over there? You gonna pick that one?
The what?
That hoe over there. Are you gonna pick that one?
I don't know who you're talking about.
That hoe over
You're trying
there.
to hire a thought.
Oh, that's what that stands for?
I apologize.
Right over his head.
I thought he was like speaking specifically to somebody. I'm like, I know that's what the acronym is, but I'm like, what? Oh,
you.
Yep. No, I thought you were naming a hoe. I was like, there's nobody in the chat that's a hoe that I know of.
Fair point.
I thought you were pointing. You were like that hoe over there. I thought you were literally pointing at somebody. I was like, who are you talking about?
Well, I am in a space truck stop, so there is a space hooker. Does that count?
Is she dead or alive?
Yeah.
She's
Space AIDS?
Space AIDS.
She's still technically warm.
So she's dead. She's dead.
Yeah.
Well, she's moving under her own power, but I'm not entirely certain she can be counted as alive either. So.
Heavy Fisted in the chat asks, will you be taking a Christy Winters fortification potion before each side quest to avoid insta-death? Oh, God, that's a really good idea. We better not piss Christy off. She likes to flag videos.
Just don't mention her or call her Fisty Splinters, and you'll be okay.
She's tried to embrace that, like her Twitter handle is Fisty Splitters or something, you know? It's like, she tried that for a while to try to like own the meme, and everybody was just like, no, not going to work, bitch.
The thing with the Australian comic that you were reacting to when Poe's head exploded and then Bering's head exploded, did you actually know that Bering was dead at the time you did that?
No, that video actually came out like 2 days before his channel got shut down.
You killed Bering.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, you killed fucking Bering. I'm like, I didn't mean to. It was a joke.
Nerds.
Turns out you have more power in the real world than you thought you did.
Apparently.
Congratulations.
Fetus, have you figured out your audio yet, man? We haven't heard from you. Nope. Not here. No, I guess not.
Still stuck in the womb.
Yeah.
Wrong dimension.
Vacuum.
She's like Beetlejuice. That's funny. Yeah, don't say Christy's name 3 times in a row. She'll appear in the mirror behind you and then be really boring.
Me.
Be really boring. God damn. Like, a lot of people are like, how come you haven't done a video on Christy? Because she is that boring. I can't make it through her videos. I can't even write jokes about her. She's like a human quaalude. Like, I just start to fall asleep. Like, she's just awful to listen to. Like, she should announce golf. That's what she should.
Why can't you just understand that feminism is all about equality? We just want everything
She
that
sounds
men
like Hillary Clinton.
Oh, yeah.
She just kind of rambles and tries to sound like she knows what she's talking about, but it really just comes across like the most fake person you've ever seen.
Speaking of, I actually came up with some new ideas. I want to start branching Magog out into doing other things besides just response videos. And because I want to start doing more episodes a week. Right now, I'm still kind of stuck in the 1 episode per week. I'm going to do a Poe. I'm going to try to get a Poe done tonight. But I am, like, it's not that I'm tired of response videos. I just feel like Magog has more to give. So I thought about doing things like Magog announces golf. So I'll just show some footage of golfing and have Magog like, and here he is sliding up the shot with his ridiculous stick. And the tiny little ball is going to go into the hole. That's what she said.
Not gonna lie, I would watch that.
Magog and Poe talk about bowling. So Poe, no,
Oh, Magog.
Oh my God, there's two of me. So Magog, what are you gonna do on this one? I think he's gonna try to knock those pins down. Like that's all you can say about bowling. We're done. Oh,
Back
man.
to old training cartoons of World War II.
Oh, yeah. Just I'm looking for all kinds of new ideas. Magog reacting to things that are kind of, they might even be popular things. Like I got one here in the chat says Magog does the Super Bowl. Now that'd be interesting.
Women's soccer.
It's a PewDiePie.
Maybe that'll make women's soccer bearable. Yeah, bearable.
Make all soccer bearable. I've never liked soccer. I lived in England for 5 years.
Poe actually switched their souls by accident.
That'd be interesting.
So, like, you're doing a Poe episode, only it's actually Magog in the bones of said dead raven.
That'd be interesting.
And so the intro is, when Poe is away, Magog comes out to play. I've got your midnight dreary.
Yeah, just like have the skeleton on screen, but it's like, holy shit, this is actually happening.
Either that or have Magog doing a spell or something and it messes up and switches them.
Right? Yeah, I might lead up to that. I've actually had a similar thought. It's that Freaky Friday thing where the mom and the daughter switch places,
I should have been thinking April Fools, but yeah, that works too.
Like it could definitely work because I do the voice of Poe. So I could get all up in the makeup and have the eyes in and everything, and then the next episode the Magog theme plays and all that stuff, and then Magog comes on screen. And it's like, hello, Magog Knights. This is really weird. I have a penis again.
Magog narrates.
Magog doesn't have a penis?
MMA. What?
No.
Oh wait, that's right. I blew it off during
study.
Magog does hobo fights. That's an interesting one.
About MMA.
MMA. Yeah.
Eric, that.
It's two assholes beating the shit out of each other again.
You think he'd be happy about that after the whole feminist fight club video?
Yeah, that was one of my worst, honestly. It was hard to edit that one. I had to take breaks because it was so bad.
That was cancer.
Yeah,
my girlfriend couldn't get through it. Like she saw the thunder thighs and quit. That was it for that.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes, man.
So fucking gross. Like I have thunder thighs, but I'm like I don't do that shit. That's just
you do not have thunder thighs. I showed you what thunder thighs look like.
Mommy and Daddy's fighting.
Thunder
Magog reacts to idiots with guns.
You realize this is live on YouTube. Everyone can see us fight.
I give 0 fucks.
Oh, this is entertaining.
USA Women's Beach Volleyball, says Red Mindbender. That interesting.
There we go.
Fetus rejoins us, but I'm still not hearing anything on your end.
Hear me now?
Ah, there you are. We can hear you now. What's up, dude?
On over.
That happens.
Dreading going into work tomorrow.
Shit happens when you party naked.
That's the only way to party.
Yes, indeed.
It was my birthday yesterday, so I was drunk all day. I don't have a hangover.
He did nothing.
Well, happy birthday.
It was my birthday last Tuesday. Last Wednesday, I don't know.
God damn. Happy birthday.
One of those days.
My birthday's this month. June. God, I'm going to be 33. Fucking hell.
On the topic of birthdays, what's the whole birthday message thing?
Basically, if you message me about 2 weeks before your birthday, I'll get into costume and character and give you like a 10, 15 second private video, send you the link to it so you can download it and do whatever you want with it.
I forgot you did that. Like I forgot to put that request in.
Yep, but you got to message me. I don't, because Patreon doesn't give me your birthdays. You've got to message me and be like, hey, it's my birthday next week.
Oh, you have to message you on Patreon?
Or Twitter or whatever, as long as you're a patron.
I messaged him on Patreon. Sent a video, I think, as well as my address and birthday.
Yeah, but you got to remind me. Like
I sent you
a week before. Like you have to. Like I get so many messages, it gets pushed down. You know, and
I'll remind you via super chat.
Yeah, it really does get to the point where I just can't get around to hitting everybody back. I try my very best. I spend hours every day on every social media I have trying to answer as many messages as I can, and it's still terrible. When you hit 26,000, you know, like subs, you end up getting messages literally every day, and especially when you have your DMs unlocked, you know.
Row.
Can I still get one of those birthday messages though?
This is good enough.
Yeah, I mean, you can totally request one of those if you give a certain amount and up. I can't remember. Is it $5 and up gets the birthday messages?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
a late birthday message.
Yeah, I think it's $5 and up gets a birthday message, and $10 and up gets the autographed picture.
I have to remember that for next year.
Yeah, you provide an address, and I send out these once a month. I send out all the autographed pictures that are due. So, but yeah, it's a good time. That's if you request it. You know how many people give me money and they're just like they opt out of all the rewards. They just want to help me out, and that's cool too. You know, but that's why I'm also doing Patreon streams. I try to get people on and, you know, at least give them something. I am going to try working a lot harder on doing these more steadily and announcing them and stuff so people have time to prepare. Today was yet another random one, but I figured it'd be okay. I just had a hell of a weekend, and just I figured talking to some of my patrons would be fun, so I did it kind of randomly. But I do plan on announcing some sort of like scheduled patron stream type thing.
Yeah, because I would totally go for one of those videos about Sir Nicholas the Whiplash.
Yep, you can make requests on what you want me to call you too. Like you want me to call you by your screen name or by your real name, because it's a private video. It's not going up on the channel. It's an unlisted video. I send you the link, and once you download it or whatever, you know, it's yours. You can put it up on your own channel, or you can just keep it for something fun. You can show your family. You're like, look, Magog wished me a happy birthday. I think the last birthday message I did was like for a girl, and she had like fucking huge tits in her screen, in her little profile pic. So I was just like, happy birthday, love you boobs. You know, like, you know, like it's a quick video. It'll be like 5, maybe 10 seconds long, depending on what I decide to say. But it's just a quick little, it's kind of like a Fiverr thing, you know. You know, it's just for the fans, you know.
Last thing I bought Fiverr was a specialized ringtone from the guy who does the XCOM voice.
Oh, nice.
XCOM is my favorite video.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I got to get into doing some of that stuff. Problem is, I wanted to offer all kinds of rewards because there's people on Patreon giving me a lot of money, but it's just not enough to justify like merchandise yet, because like merchandise is expensive. Like if I ordered everybody who gave me $50 or more on Patreon a fucking t-shirt, the t-shirt's like $25 plus shipping. So it'd be really hard to do. I'd be losing half the money already, and I need what little I'm making to survive. Like right now, I'm even in about 3 months, if I'm not making more on Patreon, I'll probably have to get a job. I'm barely scraping by. It's enough that I have a cushion in the bank that I can kind of tap into. But once that's done, once that's up, I'm going to have to either make more on Patreon or get a job. Now, it doesn't mean I have to make a lot more. I'm at like 1,300 right now. If I can make like 1,800 to 2,000 a month, I'd be fine. You know, I'd literally be able to pay all my bills and have enough money for food and all that stuff. And any extra money I make from super chats or anything like that will go into the show. It'll go into the production. It'll go into the new, it'll go into the new set when it's built and all that stuff. So I'm just barely there. And that's why I can't offer merchandise right now. Now, if I ever get to a point where I'm making like $3,000-4,000 a month, like fucking people like Sargon's making like $8,000 a month or something. If I ever get that high, I will offer merchandise and stuff because I'll have the extra cash to be able to justify ordering T-shirts and, and stuff like that to people. But I think what really needs to happen is to get the new show going. Once the new show gets going and the sitcom and everything, I'm going to start offering like press packages to the high donators. Like you get a basket of like really cool behind the scenes stuff, signed pictures by the whole cast, not just me, things like that. And it'll be like a basket. And that's what I plan on doing once we get there. But right now, all I can really offer is a Patreon stream, a signed picture, and a birthday message, because that stuff doesn't really cost me an arm and a leg. So just asking most of my patrons to just kind of bear with me and be, be patient, because more will come the more money comes in. I hate talking about money because it makes it sound like I'm just doing this for the money, but money is important. Like I want to do this for a living. And I don't want to go and get a regular job and have to do this part-time. That sucks. I want to do more videos. I want to do more characters. I want to do the bigger show. So I'm trying to make it happen. We'll see what happens.
Just do it. Barry did sell ringtones as Magog and.
Oh yeah,
I'd buy that.
So when
Magog and Poe ringtones.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, I could just imagine the Poe ones. Just ring, 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 ring. Your stupid phone is going off. Ring, 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 ring. How long do I have to do this? Ring, 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 ring. Answer it, retard.
Now I want that. My girlfriend wants that too.
Not gonna lie, I like that. I like that one right there. Do it.
Wolfhead86 in the chat says, "Throw more money at Magog." Thank you. Thank you so much. Man, I tell you that I never looked into ringtones. I didn't know people did customize ringtones.
Yeah, because Bearing a while ago did some, and you just sell them on a site like SoundCloud or something as a package deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll buy
I
them.
remember that.
That's interesting. I'll look into that. I've never really looked into SoundCloud or whatever. That's pretty
And for a
interesting.
text message, you could just have Poe go, "Motherfucker, somebody text you."
Yeah, right.
So if you do end up selling clothes, like merchandise, the first thing you have to do is Magog's robes or something.
That's like custom stuff. I do have T-shirts on Teespring and stuff, but custom stuff, man, that's expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear this, but I've got this ringtone right here.
Commander Piedmont, you are getting a call from First Echo Company, and time is not on your side.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Speaking of money and all that stuff, how do I donate more on Patreon?
You donate more.
You go in there, and instead of clicking one of the things, you just set your own, however much you want to give. I mean, it'll allow you to type in any amount. Like you just go to the donation page. You want to increase your donation, and you just. I mean, Patreon is pretty easy, and it is the best. I've been having some problems with Maker Support. I don't know if you guys know this, but Maker Support's getting sued right now.
What?
And so, apparently Stripe has put a hold on everybody's account. You can't even cancel your account with them. There's no delete option. It shows that I owe $65 or something, and I'm like, how do I owe money?
What?
That's not, and I can't disconnect my bank account. I can't do fuck all. If you look up Maker Support on Twitter or just Google it, you'll see message boards talking about Maker Support. They're getting sued right now for stealing people's money and all kinds of shit. So I don't know if it's true or not, but they're not talking to their people. The last message Maker Support sent out was a month ago. And they were like, please be patient. We're working all this out. That's all they said.
Oh, shit.
So Maker Support is not going to be a link offered in any of my new videos. And I'm going to try my damnedest to get the fuck out of that situation as quick as I can. Even if I have to lose $65. Even if I have to lose $65 and just pay them what they say I owe them, just so I can cancel my account. But they don't even have an option to cancel your account on MakerSport. Everything's locked.
Okay. How much was GAH in your part of the country when you're on the GI Bill?
Are you talking about like the housing allowance and shit?
Yes.
Full-time school, it was $1,300 a month.
See, I make 100 less than you here in Utah, and I'm still on the GI Bill for another 14 or 15 months.
Yeah, I finished my GI Bill, though. That's why I need more on Patreon or to make more money off of the YouTube thing, because that was basically my job. I was just going to school and doing Magog, so I had plenty of money. I didn't worry about it. But now the GI Bill's done, I've lost $1,300 a month. Like, that's not part of my income anymore. So I'm kind of struggling, you know. I need a bare minimum to make all my bills. I'm not asking for millions of dollars here, but if anybody wants to help me survive, you know, $5 a month goes a long fucking way, you know, if enough people do it, you know. Don't get me wrong, though.
Yeah, if I was able to give you $1,000 a month, I would.
Yeah, you're not. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the sentiment, but not everybody's rich. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, man.
We can't all be Incandescent 01.
Yeah.
And not even him. Like, Incandescent 01 got beat by somebody.
Wow.
Yeah.
You mean I got beat by somebody?
I got one person on Patreon giving me $200 a month, and I got a single donation to the GoFundMe of $1,500.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yep.
All right, Incandescent, come on,
So,
you gotta step up.
there is a Magogonite out there that's rich as fuck who was like, here, $1,500. I don't care.
I love you, Magog. Take my money.
Well, I was saving up for surgery, but fuck this. This state of affairs cannot be.
Dude, don't do that. No,
I can't even the words.
No, don't give me no guilt money. You go and get your fucking surgery.
I'm just gonna carve up my face so I can be like the Joker.
Ooh.
Whatever floats your boat, man.
You know, just yank teeth out and stuff. Because I was an idiot when I was a kid and I hated brushing my teeth.
Is the standard of living really high out there? Because, you know.
No, that's why I only need like $1,800 a month to survive. Like, seriously. Yeah. Cost of living in Arkansas is cheap as fuck, dude. Like, it's not that. Like, I get $1,300 a month from the GI Bill because that's what the schools were rated at, and the living conditions around the school, because the GI Bill automatically assumes you're living close to school. But where I live, I was an hour away from my school and it's cheap. So, you know, like, they go based on the school you're going to. If you go to some podunk little community college, you're not going to get as much, even full-time school, except they have to meet the base amount, which I think is like $1,200. But yeah, I was getting like $1,249, almost $1,300 a month from the GI Bill.
Yeah, I wish that the University of Texas in Austin offered the courses I want, so I could live there and live with a friend and pocket all that Austin, Texas money.
Yeah, no, it definitely helps to have like a job as well. So the GI Bill money is just like extra money. That's how I was able to save up some money to have this cushion. That's why I'm not trying to get a job right away. I'm going to see how this all works out, because I was able to save with $1,300 a month coming in for the GI Bill, plus what I was making off of Patreon, another $1,300. I was making $500 more than I needed to. So I would just put that money away. And that counts like food and smokes and gas and all that kind of stuff. So like, I was able to set back $500 a month for 3 years of college, 4 years of college. So I have a good, decent little savings that I can fall back on. But I can only tap into that now for the next 3 or 4 months, and then I will have to find a job, because the rest of the money in the account is going to the show. That $15,000 I pulled out of my mutual funds and closed out my retirement fund is going to go to build the building. So I can't tap into that. So I have like $5,000 right now that I can kind of tap into and live off of if I absolutely have to. But eventually I'm going to have to find like a part-time job down at the auto parts store or something to supplement this income, because the GI Bill's gone. I've used it up. I would have had another 3 or 4 months had I not used part of the GI Bill a few years ago to to they basically will pay for your truck driver license, your CDL license and stuff. So they paid for the test. They paid for me to go through some remedial training and everything to make sure I knew what I was doing. And then I went and took the test. And then I went and then I got my CDL because at first when I got out of the military, I thought I was just going to be a truck driver again, because that's what I knew how to do. But I decided that was too bad on my back, my injuries from Iraq, just bouncing up and down all fucking day. So even with those air seats and those nice trucks, it hurt to be on the road 12 hours a fucking day. So I spent like $4,000 from the GI Bill to get all that, and that knocked me down a little bit. So when I decided to go to another school, because the GI Bill will get you 1 degree, 1 bachelor's degree, and 2 training certificates. So you have options with the GI Bill, but I spent it all. I'm done. I'm wiped out.
I just finished my pilot training, which took up pretty much all of my time. It was an all day, every day thing. Now I'm doing political science and I have all this free time. So I just started at Pizza Hut last Monday, so I can build up my savings and pay off the debt I accrued from pilot training.
Yeah, no, I respect that, man. I've worked 2-3 jobs before. I had 3 jobs when I started this channel. I had 3 cleaning contracts that were full time. Like I was constantly cleaning fucking apartments, cleaning businesses, cleaning other people's fucking shit up. And I didn't mind it at all. I loved having my own business, even if it was just janitorial. Like I love working for myself. But I slowly got rid of those contracts the more and more Magog was starting to work for me, because I'd much rather do this. I really enjoy talking with people. I really enjoy having live streams. I really enjoy doing the show, and I really want to grow it to a new thing. So we'll see what happens. But if I have to go back to cleaning toilets again, I will.
See, this is about work ethic, because after I got out of the Marine Corps, that was like over 2 years ago, and I haven't had a job since because I immediately started school. So I felt like I've been unemployed enough that I need to get out there and reevaluate my work ethic.
Yep. I don't have a problem having a job too. Don't get me wrong. Don't mistake this for me bitching. I've worked every day since I was 15 years old. Doesn't bother me.
Excuse me. I understand how hard it is to produce videos. I took video editing classes in high school and in college, so I'm pretty good with Adobe Premiere and After Effects myself. So yeah, it does get pretty hard and pretty tedious.
Yep. I'm getting something to drink.
Beer?
No. It's the middle of the day. I'm not a fucking lush.
The middle of the day?
The middle of the day. It's what, 5 for you? It's the perfect time for beer.
No, it's the middle of my day. It's the middle of my day. I woke up at like 1 in the morning or 1 in the afternoon.
Makes sense.
You gotta understand, as soon as I was out of school and didn't have to wake up at 7 in the morning, I was back on my night owl schedule, man. That's like when the military put me on night shift was the happiest I ever was. I've always been naturally a night owl. But that doesn't mean I'm lazy. I sleep the right amount of time to get me enough energy to get up and work. So I do live streams, and like today I'll probably do Midnight Drury, because that's what's next in line. I did my Magog episode. I'll do Midnight Drury this weekend, and then another Magog episode, and then I'll just keep on going and going and going and going. Now I got no other distractions besides family stuff, But like I said, I've had a kind of a hell of a weekend. I've done a couple late night live streams with, like I did the Cunt stream last night to help promote the GoFundMe. I had dinner with my family, and then I got the call. My Uncle Kent died. It's just been one of those weekends, just kind of taking up a lot of my time, So, Rum Mug the Orc says, we Arkansans are kind of like Texas, but poor. That's pretty true.
Oh, Rum Mug finally showed up.
Oh, he's been here for a while. Me and him got to talk again, though, because he lives right here in Arkansas, and I've been meaning to get him on the phone. But yeah, we definitely got to work together, especially once the new studio is built. I'm gonna have to have Rum Mug come down and like come into Magog's store. You know, like, come on, kid, I need a new axe. Why do you sound like me? You know?
The last dandy poof dulled it too much. Something like that.
The problem
well, you know, you're not supposed to cut soft things with an axe, right?
The Rum Mug, man, the problem with him is he chose to be a character that is heavy makeup. So it's hard for him to be on screen for only a certain amount of I'm sure it's incredibly uncomfortable to be in all that fucking makeup. I fucking respect him. I thought I had a hard job getting in a cloak and having some contacts in and some black makeup around my eyes. This dude looks like a fucking orc. He's got the wig, he's got armor on, he's got teeth in. I'm like, God damn, that's got to be fucking uncomfortable. Hats off to you, Rumbug. Hats off to you.
So, about the show then, and like building the village and all that.
Yes.
The plans. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Here's my problem. I have no fucking idea how to build buildings.
It's easy.
I'm a pretty good handyman, don't get me wrong. I grew up with my dad. My dad knows construction, all kinds of stuff. I learned a lot from him. But at the same time, my dad never taught me in all the years growing up. He never taught me how to build a medieval building. Because that's just something that he didn't know. Nobody knows.
Well, you see, you get a 2x4 and some nails and a hammer and a sheet of plywood, and you just put it all together, and then you paint a medieval building on the outside, and there we go. I have a house or a castle.
Yeah, that could work, except for I really want this to be a functional village. So that the camera can move throughout it, even in between the buildings, and it all looks legit. I don't want to just do it.
Shadow Diversity on YouTube who could probably help you with that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna have to get some people to help too, because my back is broken, like from Iraq. I blew a disc in my neck, and I got a fucking compressed lower spine. I can't lift the things I used to lift, and I can't fucking work out there and fucking doing roofing and shit like I used to do when I was 19. That shit, those days are gone.
I wish we lived closer to you, because my girlfriend is pretty good on a dozer.
Sergeant Wag asks, Magog, you got a pool and a pond, right? No, not on my portion of the property. What I just showed you guys on the Google Maps, I'm in that center property. It's nothing but woods. I wish I owned that back half that had a pond, but no, I don't own that back half. I wish they'd sell it to me. It's the same family who owned all that. And the one sister passed away, and that land went to her kids, and her kids sold it to us. But the rest of the family won't let it fucking go, you know? In fact, the rest of the family was pissed that they sold it to us. But they didn't want it. They were like, you know, what are we going to do with it? So we bought it cheap because they just want to get rid of it too. So we got a hell of a deal on it. I bought 12.5 acres for $28,000. That's fucking nothing, you know? That's like barely $2,000 an acre. It's really good. So, the what?
No, my girlfriend is back there studying, and she heard the price of your land and got really jealous.
Yeah, land's cheap here in Arkansas. I found 48 acres that I really wanted for $68,000. Almost 50 acres for $68,000. If I could have lined up a loan for that, I would have got it. Because 50 acres would have been perfect for this production. Would have been fucking perfect. Because I could have built everything kind of in the center of that 50 acres, and nobody would see it from the road. Nobody would bother me. I'd be out in my own huge piece of property that not even the neighbors would be able to see me. But I had to settle for what I could get. Heavy Fisted asks,
I'm going to leave.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for popping in, Ben.
Gotta go.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, have a good one.
See ya.
Heavy Fisted asks, what software, audio and video, and platform, PC or Mac, do you use to produce your vids? I use a PC that I built myself, and I use Adobe products, Adobe After Effects, Premiere Pro, and Photoshop. And I use a Canon T6i for filming with a Rode directional mic, shotgun mic on the top of it. You can see it right behind me. and I film the segments and I do the green screens and Premiere Pro and all that stuff, and then I put it all together, splice it all together. It's real easy.
What do you think of Adobe's subscription service nowadays? Because remember back in the day, you used to have to buy their products for a ridiculous amount of money. Now you just pay a subscription service.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with like the whatever $60 a month it is for the entire Creative Suite. You know, like that's fine with me. Yeah, no,
I'd rather just pay the price and own the thing.
A lot of people, I felt that way at first too, but it is really a lot cheaper, especially if you're a student. I actually got it. It'll probably go up now that I'm not a student, but for the past 4 years, I had the entire Creative Cloud for $20 a month because I was a student. Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
How do they verify that you're not a student anymore? Is my question.
I don't think they do because I used my student email, my .edu email, to sign up for it.
A lot of software and stuff you get from school and deals, it stays on when you're not a student.
Yeah, like all they need is a .edu email address to and then you go to that edu address to verify. And once you verify that it's your account, they fucking give it to you for the that price.
Because like I went to school for tech stuff and I got like several versions of Windows Server, and it's all just free.
Yep. Yeah, man. You get all kinds of cool stuff when you go to school. We are joined by Matthew Keller.
Hello. Hey,
What's
how's
up?
it going?
How's it going, buddy?
Welcome to the dark side. Cookies were alive.
Yeah. We
Hello?
have cookies here to the left.
We have.
No, we don't have cookies. Are you surprised that we lied about them? We're the dark side.
Yeah, the cookies have
Not
raisins.
really.
Don't drown.
The cookies are a lie.
The cake
As
is
is the cake.
No, it's not. I have one right here.
The coffee is real.
They even
Yes, it was ground fresh today, which is why it still tastes like dirt.
They even parodied that fucking thing, that fucking meme from Portal at the end of fucking Dragon Age Origins, like the very first game. When
The
you
cake.
Yeah, when you beat the game and you're at the end in the big ceremony and they award you and everything, you can walk around the party. And if you walk up to Sten, he's like, I was told there was cake. There is no cake. Cake is a lie.
Wow. I got to play that game now. See that.
Sten was the canary that joined your party.
Yeah.
With no horns.
Yeah. No, they hadn't even like invented it at the time. They didn't even know they were going to do that whole like horn thing. So anyway, yeah, that was those video game things. They live on. They live on. Hell, even every now and again when I load my Discord, it sits there and starts updating or whatever, and it'll say funny things while it's loading. And one of the things it'll say is Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy.
Yeah, Sten was awesome.
Oh, that's it. Magog doing the middle of the video, and here's Alex Tower yelling faintly, Leroy Jenkins. He's like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know if I'll go back that far, to be honest with you, but we'll see.
Could be fun.
That'd be funny. You just see him looking out the window. It's like some dumbass getting themselves killed.
I could have sworn I thought Fetus was about to say something. Were you trying to say something, man?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It was just your heavy, undoomed-like breathing. Oh, by the way, you guys should go and subscribe to Undoom's live stream channel because me and him have become quite fast friends, and so like we just do
content over there.
Yeah, we just bullshit stream on his channel now, like once or twice a month. Like we just sit there and talk movies and shit. Like me and him are pretty good friends now, so he'll just be like, come on and do a stream. And it ends up being like 5 hours because I could just talk to that dude forever, man. He knows all about movies and all the shit that I'm fucking into. We'll just fucking bullshit for fucking 5 hours, So if you go and subscribe to Undoom's live stream channel, there's a good chance you'll catch me over there every now and again, just streaming with Undoomed, hanging out, He's just kind of hard to get a hold of because he has an actual job. Like YouTube is his hobby. He works in Hollywood. He's like a film editor. So like he works from home, but he He has like servers in his house and all kinds of shit, and he edits film. You know, he does a lot of crazy shit, and so that's why he only does like 1 or 2 videos a month, if you're lucky, because he actually has a full-time job that he enjoys. So it is sometimes hard to get a hold of him. Be like, hey man, what are you doing? You know, you want to stream today? And he won't answer, but that's because he's busy. You know, but me and him have become pretty fast friends, and we stream all the time and talk all the time and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's kind of weird too, because I watched him for years before I started my channel. Like since Gamergate, I've watched Undoomed and was like a huge fan. And then I met him and I was just like, you're just a dude. You know, like I was starstruck for about 5 seconds. I called him an asshole. He called me a dick. And I was like, oh, we can be friends.
Yeah.
Heavy Fisted asks, have you looked at Rocat's Power Grid for making free custom decks tools for streaming audio and video production? No, I have no idea what that is. Now I do. Maybe I'll look it up. That's pretty that would be pretty cool to be able to get like a production deck to run everything through, you know. And I'm gonna have to figure out internet on the new land. That's gonna be a huge. I might have to pay like my fucking cable company that's in that area. I'll probably have to pay them to run a line to the property, and it could cost fucking $10,000 for all I know. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out though, because the internet is my life. That's one of the main number one things I've got to figure out.
Yes, internet is very important.
Yep.
It is like
Yeah.
Yep.
And anywhere out in the country like that too, they're gonna, if you try to do anything else like satellite or wireless, they're gonna pay you by the gigabyte. You're gonna have to pay.
Right. No, I definitely need to figure that shit out, because the internet literally is my life now. Like, and I never thought I'd say those words because I was never big in the internet. Like all through the military, I only used the internet for like, MySpace. Back then it was MySpace. And it was like, watch YouTube videos now and again, some music video or something, or, you know, be partying with friends and we'd throw on like a music playlist or something. But I never was heavy into the internet. And not until I started Magog. And then all of a sudden I was like, I better get a Twitter. What the fuck is Twitter? Like, I didn't even know what that shit was. I didn't care. I'd heard the word before, obviously, but I just didn't care.
Well, if you watch any kind of news, you can't miss the word Twitter nowadays.
Right, of course. You know, like I knew what it was, but I never had one before, and I never cared. And now I have one with like 5,000 followers on it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm fucking into Twitter now and social media and stuff.
Perfectly shaped chest in all its glory.
For God's sakes, Prince, no.
Yes.
What?
Do you have roommates? Do you have roommates?
No.
Yeah.
No. I have my girlfriend and this other guy.
Huh?
Hold on. Let me close this door on his face.
I prefer to live alone.
Forever alone.
Yes, I prefer my creative space. You know, that does make me happy too. Like, I was always worried about not having like a wife and kids and stuff, because that was what you were fucking supposed to do, you know. But I never got around to it, or never met the right person. And now I'm doing this Magog thing. I actually prefer to be alone and not have all the distractions. Not saying it won't ever happen, but right now it's really good that I am single and I can put all my time and energy and money into this. I think it's a really good thing.
Sounds nice.
You know, but
Yeah.
that's just my own personal stuff. You know, like I didn't mean to get all TMI on you. But,
No, when you're single, you crave the couple's life. When you're couple, you crave the single's life.
that's very true. When I had girlfriends, I was like, "Are you going to be here tomorrow?"
My girlfriend's slipping me off.
You'd be eating breakfast with them, and you're like, "God, you're going to be here tomorrow too, aren't you?" Maybe I just never met the right one where I just felt that instant like I have to have you in my life all the time. Because like I've always, even with girlfriends, I've always been like, I'd be one of those guys that just disappears for 2 days, and then they get all pissed at me, and I'm like, sorry, I was in my creative zone, you know, like I was writing my book, or I was like working on some art. Like I'm just a weird person. I'm an eccentric artist type, you know. Like sometimes I just have to be alone.
That's
what
Find someone who likes that, or find a girl who is also like an artist or whatever.
I got to find somebody who's gonna be like, oh, you like to disappear on days on end? Me too. Like,
this'll work.
As long as they're not disappearing days on end to cheat on me, you know. Like, but it'd be nice to meet a girl who's like, oh, you're gonna go to the studio and work? I'll go to my studio and work then. Like, like that's the shit that I need right there, man. Because sometimes I literally have to be alone. Like, I just have to be in my own headspace. I can't, distractions, man. Sometimes I got to get shit done,
It's funny. I have a wonderful girlfriend. She lives with me. And she's like, what do you want to do for your birthday? I'm like, I want to drink and play video games. And she just couldn't understand it.
Yep.
But that's what you do every day. Exactly.
Yeah, but it's also your birthday is the one time of the year where you're allowed to just put your foot down and be like, this is what I want to do. Doesn't matter if I do it once or twice a month anyway. This is what I want to do. Like I've had girlfriends that didn't understand that. They're like, no, it's your birthday. We have to go out and we have to go see a movie and we have to go out to eat. And I'm going to treat you to dinner and then I'm going to do this and this and this. And I'm like, can't we just like fuck and order a pizza? Like, like... That's what I want for my fucking birthday.
Like a true man.
So, sounds like good times.
Magog of Morscar, Heavy Fisted says, you should make a knockoff of Louder Crowder's Mug Club. Call it Magog's Cauldron Club. Get a cauldron. It's a hand-etched cauldron.
Yes. Do it.
No, you got it.
I would buy. I would definitely buy.
You've already got the love-hate relationship between Ben and Steven with the two clubs, right? They don't need a third wheel.
Michael Hatfield says you should consider arranging for fans that have skills they want to donate to help you build your village. I know many would love to be a part of building Morscar. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to all things, but I have to get the studio done first and move out to the land. After that, I'll be like, hey, who wants to come out here? I've got an extra 1,000 this month. I need some skilled people to come out and build the first building and then leave.
I'll help.
It's like, that's the way it's probably going to end up working. But I'd also feel bad if people are like spending fucking $1,000 on plane tickets or something and hotel rooms to come down and help me build a village and then turn around and leave. Obviously, you'd get rewarded. I'd feed you and I'd buy beer and we'd party and, and all that stuff. And then once you leave, your name will be in the credits of the show. So-and-so helped build this show, But I don't know if that's worth it.
I'll be the designated driver.
Well, if you've got the main shop finished, it'll be kind of like a vacation tourist thing.
Do you need a dozer for like clearing land?
No, I'll rent one if you need that. But no, the land will get cleared by the guy who's clearing it for us. Like once we clear the first like 3 acres and then cut my shooting range, after that, whatever needs to be done, just knock down a few pine trees, get them out of the way. They ain't nothing. If I have to rent a dozer for a weekend, it's like a couple $100. It's not a big deal. And I've got friends with big, machinery like that anyway. So
I will work for beer.
Yeah, but you also have to have a place to stay and stuff too, and that gets difficult because as much as I love my fans and everything, I don't like strangers sleeping in my home.
You'll just have to in first.
Who are you people?
Just have to build an old school inn with your own bar and upstairs rooms.
Guys like Incandescent 01 could just pull his truck up and sleep in it, but other people, you'll have to get like hotels in the area and stuff, which ain't that big a deal. BB's right up the road from my land.
While we're on that subject, how about you order something and have us carry it?
Maybe
I don't know if I need that much shit. The local stores and stuff will provide everything. I mean, I could get wood and everything locally. Like medieval buildings should not take that much. Like especially since it's a village, it's not going to be something fancy. Don't get me wrong. I would love to get to a point to where like I have $1 million and I can build a castle and a whole actual like town outside of it, like where the buildings are connected together and there's whole rooms. And I'd love to get to that point because I could throw some badass Ren fairs when I'm not filming. I'd rent Morscar out to the Morscar yearly Ren fair, You know, and I'd stay up in the defensive tower of my castle with my robes on, just looking out. Yes, to Morscard, worship me. People
Make sure that tower's made out of ivory.
Right? Look at Ivory Tower. Hell yeah, man. I'd love that because there'd be people showing up for the Ren Fair who don't know who I am, and they'd just be like looking up like, who the fuck is that crazy asshole?
It's just the owner of the land. Turns out he's a necromancer and a bit of an asshole.
Welcome. He's also a
I'm not entirely certain what it was. But
I tell you what, if I ever get Dave Rubin money on Patreon, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll build the entire town. I'll build an entire, I'll buy 400 acres and plop a massive medieval set in the very middle of it. I'll fucking do it. Because that motherfucker, Dave Rubin makes like $32,000 a month on Patreon.
Hey, if I ever win the lottery, I'll just straight up give you $5 million.
Yeah, that works for me too. Start buying them lottery tickets, everybody.
Okay.
That said, if I donate $5 million, I am going to expect some rewards.
Well, yeah, if you give me $5 million, dude, that place is open to you any time of the year. You can come out and stay in the castle, you know.
Shoot guns?
Yeah, just fucking shoot guns and hang out with Magog for a week or something, you know. Like, you'd be like produced by Incandescent 01 at the beginning of every show, you know. Like,
No. Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy, yeah. Produced by Sugar Daddy. You know?
Executive producer, Sugar Daddy.
Oh shit! If I win the lottery, the first thing I'm going to do is quit the job that I'm in right now because fuck it, I'm rich, and then I'll get like an RV or something, come down, and we'll help you set up the inn.
Yeah. No, I mean, if money was
the Morscar Inn.
If money was no object, this production would increase tenfold instantly. Like, I would be hiring actors. I'd get a couple people that are good at video editing to help me out with like the bigger shows. I'd do hour-long movies. I'd do hour-long shows that are like little mini movies and stuff. Magog Adventures. I do all kinds of stuff, not just the sitcom. I'd build an entire fucking multi-purpose medieval realm on 400 acres of land. It wouldn't be just the town and the castle with an inn. It would all have electricity so people could actually stay at the set. But I'd also build elven ruins in the woods and another town across the way to go to war with. And you know,
and they would have electricity too. We could go to war for their electricity.
Yeah, it would be crazy, man. It would be fucking nuts, man. If I won the Powerball and it was 300 million, people were like, I'd buy a yacht. Fuck you. I'd build medieval. I'd go medieval on this shit.
I'd build my own kingdom. That's what you're doing.
Yep.
Zen
Moment in the chat asks, where did you get Poe? I want one for my desk. It's a Halloween prop from a company called Crazy Bones. And you can literally find Poe on Amazon for $8.
I had a rather interesting idea for Poe. Did you ever consider about you know how the old movies you had the stop motion like Jason and the Argonauts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did you ever consider that with Midnight Dreary and all that?
If I can get around to doing it. But stop motion takes fucking forever. And I was waiting because I had a fan of mine who was a mechanical and computer engineer who was going to build me a fully animatronic Poe. But it turned out he couldn't get it to print right. The 3D printer, I mean, the fine little bones were just too small to print. So
didn't it actually break his printer doing that? I thought it actually broke his printer when he tried that.
No, he said he got a new printer, and but it just didn't work or something. I don't know. I've got to talk to him again. He sent me a message, but I couldn't get around last night to message him back. But I'm waiting to see what I can do with Poe too, because I want something custom made. I want Poe to be completely redone because I don't want to use a Halloween prop forever. I want to be able to say it's my creation. I don't want to have to run into copyright issues in the future or something like that, you know. So. I am trying to find somebody who can possibly build me a custom Poe that looks similar to this. I want the kind of meaner looking eyes and the beak and everything that opens and closes, but You know, I just want enough changes to be made that it's not a crazy bones Halloween prop. You know.
Whatever happened to that skeleton frog that you did a while back, or that you had a while back?
Hey, he's back there somewhere. I just never got around to figuring out the character. That and the Kekistani thing kind of died. Like, I know a lot of people are still into it, but it's not a big meme on the internet anymore. So I didn't. Makes sense. So I didn't know if it'd be popular or not to do a dead frog that was kind of based on Pepe. You know.
I miss Kekistan.
Give it time. You know, the absurdity will rise again, and Kekistan will rise to meet it.
I'm sure it will.
Kekistan will rise again.
More scar mortared by Kekistan.
Don't get me wrong. I for what we were talking about, the whole lottery thing, dude. I wish there was a dedicated Magogite who was like a billionaire CEO of some company, and he was just like, "Hey, here's $1 million." You know, like.
Well, you know, what was it like 2 years ago with that Mega Millions or the $1 billion lottery? That was one that I think the 3 people that got that were out here in California, like of all places.
That makes sense.
It was like, what? Really?
It's rigged.
It was. I was like, oh, come on. And then I looked up like where one of them lived, and it was like some very rich, almost exclusive neighborhood down in like SoCal on the coast. I'm like, of course, one of these people would win. Someone who's like already rich,
right? Well, that's the thing. When you can buy
500 million,
when you can buy a shit ton of lottery tickets and up your chances by playing like combinations of numbers over and over again. You know,
right?
Most people buy like $20. They're like, oh, I'll buy a couple tickets and hope for the best. But you increase your odds the more you play, obviously, because it's mathematics. But it's still no guarantee. You could buy $10,000 worth of lottery tickets and then not win, and some asshole that bought $10 lottery ticket wins. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
So but one lady that put her life savings then, and then her response after losing was, "I need to start a GoFundMe to make more money so I can play again."
Yeah, that person is an addict. That person is a fucking addict. That's what that is.
The lottery is the least of your worries.
But I haven't played the lottery in a while. I go to a gas station that sells it.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Alrighty. Thanks for coming on.
Have a good one.
You know,
later, Captain and Captain Girlfriend.
That's your name now, by the way, Captain Girlfriend. Yeah, just from now on.
Captain Girlfriend.
Cheating you.
Yep, nice meeting you too. Thanks for dropping by. We'll do it again, I'm sure. Yep, that's like Dr. Girlfriend. That's funny. But it would be very interesting if suddenly money wasn't an issue. But as of right now, with YouTube acting the way they act and not having a large enough audience to really get the patrons, I'm struggling to, kind of to just make ends meet. Might have to get a job. But either way, this is still going to happen. I'm still building the studio. I'm still moving out to the land. I'm tired of this tiny apartment. The show is going, the show is going to increase in production no matter what. But it all really depends on how fast I grow and how big of an audience I get and, how many collabs I can do to gain new audience members. And we'll see how it goes. That's kind of why I'm excited for VidCon. It's a chance to meet up with a lot of YouTubers and do a stream and stuff together and stuff. So people start to understand, who I am and what I do.
That sounds like fun.
Yep.
Gotta get in that free advertisement, right?
Right. Well, it's a networking opportunity. You get to meet people in real life that kind of see you differently than just somebody who messages you going, "Hey, you want to stream? Hey, you want to collab?" Like, a lot of bigger YouTubers get so many messages they don't even see yours, and it takes forever to try to get somebody on the horn. But you meet somebody in real life and they get to know you in real life and they like you and they're like, "Shit, man, come on my show." It's a great networking opportunity. Joe Schmo says, when Magog settles in Nightshade Village, what's he going to call his establishment, if you don't mind me asking?
Magog's
I have no idea. I'm willing to take suggestions. I haven't thought that far. I mean, his magic shop will have a name by the time the set is built. I will settle on something. I've had a couple ideas, but it was going to be like, something like Magog's Magical Emporium or something like that. I don't know. It's not going to be the main name of the show, so it doesn't really matter what it's called. But it could be funny. Or it could be
He definitely
serious.
doesn't try to scam you into potions that, make you worship him.
I do want to make it funny because I wanted to have a serious, cool name like that totally matches like the Magog character in his dark necromantic ways. But to make it funny, I want the big wooden signs that hang off the post outside of stores in like video games in medieval times and stuff, like pub signs that are wood, And I wanted to have the name of Magog shop, but then an extra little sign hanging from a small chain underneath that says no refunds.
More scar.
So it could be like Magog's Magical Emporium, no refunds.
Where
unreadable text, so you can't see it.
But at least I came up with the name of the village, and I came up with the name of the tavern that's in the village.
What's the name?
So the village is Nightshade, and the tavern is the Ugly Mug.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. So can't wait to do that. I can't wait to.
I was on the Ugly Duckling or something.
Wait.
So
So
the leaky nipple, or was it the sorted nipple?
No, that was a joke. That was a joke from.
for the Ugly Mug, is it going to have a picture of Rum Mug's face on there?
No, it'll just have like a mug, but the joke will be like when you walk in, the bartender is like horrifying looking.
Oh boy,
he's like Quasimodo. It's like that's kind of the joke.
God, what is wrong with your face?
That's it. Get out of my establishment.
So I'm gonna try to hire a friend of mine to kind of get up in some crazy ugly makeup or something, or he could be like an ogre that runs a tavern. That'll be fun.
Or get Barbarian.
Ogre, love beer.
Get offended. Must go to space. I messed that one up. Never mind.
Everyone in the tavern's like, don't look at the bartender. Do not look at the bartender.
Don't look him in the eyes.
Hey, dude says you should include the whore's nipple in at least one adventure.
That's right. Is that going to be the bordello?
Yeah, that'll probably be the fucking whorehouse.
That's right next to the tavern, conveniently.
No, I cracked that joke because it was a joke from Korgath the Barbarian. It was like this cartoon that went to Adult Swim, but it only had a pilot episode because it got, they take pilot episodes and then they decide what they like, and then get the people a contract. So there was only one episode, but in it at the very beginning, the bandits are outside this tavern, and they're like the guy's like talking to him, and I can't remember what was being said, but then they were like, then the guy outside the tavern was like, the sign's misspelled, and they look up and it's like the whore's nipple. And they're like, how's it misspelled? And he's like, the name of the tavern is the Dragon's Lair. Like it's a completely different name.
That explains why there's only that one episode. I saw that and I was looking around like, where is the rest of this?
That shit is funny. I can't believe they didn't allow that to go forward. Like, I'm surprised that Adult Swim didn't want that show. That shit was funny. I love it when the guy's like, you're gonna feel an entire spectrum of pain, like a rainbow. And then Korgath just grabs his hair and rips the front of his fucking skin off with it, and he just sits there and screams. That shit was funny as fuck.
I think I've seen that. I gotta look that up now.
Korgoth or something of Barbaria.
Yeah, Korgoth of Barbaria. Yeah,
that was
it's kind of a parody on Conan. Like, he's just a big ass bad.
That C or K?
K. Spelled with a K.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Then there's like the old guy, and he's like, "You have aroused my awakened," or what do you say? He's like, "You have aroused me
before.
You have aroused me to some extent." He's like, "No way, you made me angry. Not aroused."
I love the giant pigeon. Like,
oh yeah, that was so funny.
Like, it's like you think it's a fantasy world filled with dragons and all kinds of stuff, and they're like, a giant pigeon lands and there's bird crap everywhere and it's like huge, right? And one guy's like, "That's what we're afraid of," and he goes up there and he's like, "Hey, you stupid bird!" And that pigeon just goes, "Boop," and the guy just splits in half. And
they had to cover themselves in bird shit too. All right, no more spoilers. You folks got to go watch this for yourself.
Yeah, go watch. It's free on YouTube. Somebody uploaded it on YouTube.
A few animated series called like the Space Barians by an animator called Harry Partridge. You should check him out.
Oh,
yeah,
I love his Skyrim stuff.
Yeah,
Wolfhead was great.
Wolfhead says there is episode 2, if I remember right. Yeah, they had a second episode lined up, but they didn't get picked up by the network, so that was where it ended. You have to find episodes 1 and 2 of Korgoth on like YouTube or something. People did upload them, but that kind of reminds me, like, the show I'm trying to do is like on that like level of like extreme funny comedy mixed with actual like serious plot lines and stuff that's never really been done before in a medieval kind of fantasy setting. And so like I'm really hoping this show is a really great idea, and the character is a really great idea to carry the show, because most of the time when we get fantasy stuff that's both comedy and actual like action, adventure, drama mixed with extreme kind of new age comedy, it's always in cartoon form. It's never done live action. You know? The last thing I can remember that was a comedy that took place in a fantasy realm was that fucking like Your Highness. That had like yeah, you remember that with like Natalie Portman and James Franco and that dude from Eastbound and Down? Can't remember his name. Like that was just a ridiculous movie, but you know, that was the closest we get. Next to Knights of Badassdom, that was kind of funny. But that wasn't a fantasy realm. They were LARPers.
Oh,
I seriously thought you were about to say Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Well, I was thinking of the newest thing. Of course, everybody knows Monty Python, but that was the fucking 80s, man. Like, you know. Oh, of course, I've seen Blackadder. That's the reason I want to do a sitcom. Is I was inspired by shows like Blackadder, Red Dwarf, Black Books, you know, things like that. You know, like I want to do a show like that has that kind of subversive comedy and that juxtaposition comedy. I want these like serious situations that could very well be a plot line from Game of Thrones, but Magog's involved, so he's like, "You're all idiots," you know, like. I can't wait to kind of play with that kind of juxtaposition. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, but if you do a live thing, Magog's going to need pants.
I've got a whole...
Head on now. You guys take care.
Later, man.
Have a good one.
Appreciate it.
Another one bites.
No, you don't understand. There's a full Magog costume. I've already got it.
Oh,
I just never wear it. I never wear it in the show because that's my only set, and I'm always sitting down. But I've got medieval boots and pants and a long flowing cloak and everything.
And an armor pierce.
Either he's just always conspicuously standing with something covering your waist down.
Right? And so they have to wear shorts, and Morscart's hot. I even ordered a black kilt for Magog to wear in an episode. Yeah, so he has like this long flowing hooded robe, and he's like, and the camera backs out, and he's got a kilt on and hairy legs.
He's Scottish.
He looks down like, oh, wait a minute.
If you decide to wear a kilt, just remember that there is a legal punishment for wearing underwear while wearing a kilt.
Only in Scotland.
And apparently that fine is 2 beers. Or is it 3?
I'll pay the fine. A couple of beers, that's fine.
You're gonna fine me for trying to support my boys? Are you kidding me?
Yes, but apparently the fine is that you have to take whoever managed to get you for that crime. You just have to buy them a couple of beers.
Plus, how would you know? Unless you like, what do you got under there? And then you're gay.
Are you gonna go around?
Are you going around lifting up men's skirts going, "Are you got underwear on there?" That's a quick way to get your teeth knocked down your fucking throat.
Oh boy.
Just waiting for the episode where Magog figures out how to open a portal and gets guns.
Is
like
that
if you know how to
right?
take something you back.
If side quest is canon in the Magog storyline, he already has a gun.
You're right. That was just a
Two
joke.
of them, actually.
Yep.
I seem to remember he actually pulled out a modern revolver at one point and
Yeah,
was just fiddling around with it because he didn't know what the hell it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun joke. I break the fourth wall sometimes, but you got to understand, all the shows that I do on YouTube are not in any way really part of the sitcom. You got to have like a separation of reality and fiction type of thing, a suspension of disbelief. Because Magog's, the whole point of the show was to bring the show to Morscar and not have anything to do with the modern. Because I still want to do like social commentary and stuff, but I want it to be in that world. So instead of directly making fun of somebody like Riley Dennis, there will be a character in Magog's world that happens to look a lot like them. Like that's the point. The point is to actually do like proper satire comedy, like, that people are like watching going, okay, I get that reference. Like I want there to be an evil bitch queen who's like an enchantress that has taken over an entire kingdom, and Magog has to battle her, and she's got big fucking hoop earrings.
She better be like
Her name
steaming hot too.
Her name is I can't think of a name.
Her name is the evil Queen Bonita.
I see what you did there.
Is she Bonita of Sarkothia?
Yeah, something like that.
Even better.
Yes.
Kind of like
the One Ring of Power
Dr.
Politics?
Anakin's cartoons where it's not explicitly said who it is, but
It's the one true ring of identity politics.
Right. Demon Hobbit in the chat says, agreed, Magog is one funny motherfucker. Oh, did everyone see Poe has a Twitter now? Yes, Poe has a Twitter. I gave Poe a Twitter. So I could just do like daily.
That spoiled bird. You give that bird everything.
Well, he became something like, it started as a joke, but then he became something I really loved. A kind of a perfect sidekick for Magog is a dead thing.
That sounds, Poe is
jumping up the great his tower.
Actually, it's more like an undead thing. It's got a soul.
No, it's a dead thing. It just has a living soul trapped in it, but he's definitely
So that makes
dead.
it undead, as it technically.
So what did he do to the body?
Did you eat the flesh off of Poe?
No, I would argue that it would be undead if the raven was just a raven. He brought it back to life, and it was like squawking and stuff. But no, he put a human soul into a dead thing.
Well, it's undead in that it's dead, but it's alive.
Still possessed by a soul.
I believe it technically classes as a possessed zombie.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to argue semantics. It was
Skyrim are undead technically by your logic.
I don't want to argue semantics. I just joke.
Okay.
But you got to understand something. It actually kind of upsets me that Poe doesn't get the views Magog does, because I think he's great. I think he's a great character. I love doing the Poe videos. I love doing the voices.
I watch anything and everything that comes off your channel, so doing the best I can.
But you guys are you guys. You guys are my patrons. You're dedicated fans. You're the fans
We're
that
the really good guys.
Right. Yeah. But your average viewers, my average viewers, don't click on the Poe videos as much as they do Magog's. Poe get about half the views that Magog does.
Well, at least we know who the real Magogonites are.
Are we actually the good guys?
That is remain to be seen.
That's
I ask because Magog does finish every video with, and I will conquer you.
Like I said, one man's
Magog's a bad
conqueror
guy
is
and
another
we're
man's
supporting
liberator.
him. If Magog's a bad guy and we're supporting him, doesn't that also make us bad guys by association?
Well, it depends. It's like the lesser of two evils when it comes to the social justice crowd.
Yeah, you gotta understand too, like the whole point of Magog, the reason I think Magog is popular isn't just because I do a YouTube channel that actually has graphics and a set and a whole world and everything. That's part of it, definitely. People don't see things like that very often, which is why I did it. And it also explains my growing popularity. But at the same time, why I think Magog works is because he plays to that side of us that is like, that has that kind of dark humor and kind of wants to be a bad boy, but is still also deep down kind of a good person. Like Magog is a good person in comparison to the things he views. So it's like he said, the lesser of two evils.
Wait,
Like,
someone's back.
yep, Dragon's back. But
so he's only good when you view him next to
Daniel 5.
yeah, you gotta kind of take it like the Crypt Keeper. The Crypt Keeper is dark and evil in a funny way. You know, so it kind of relieves that, like, you're not just like the bad guy. Like, if I had created a character that was just like Joffrey from Game of Thrones that everybody hated, it wouldn't have worked. People would just hate the character. You had to make the character lovable. And how you make a character lovable.
I'm going to quote Zangief from Wreck-It Ralph is, you're a bad guy, but you're not necessarily bad guy.
Right. Yes.
Right, exactly. You know, it's like we may play the bad guy, but we're not... You know, we're not evil. We have our role to play, type of thing. So
my question is:
does that explain Hillary Clinton?
No, she's not affably evil. We don't like her.
So my question is, when you do finally figure out a way across or through the veil and invade our realm, because we are the ones giving you money and supporting you, you're not going to kill us and turn us into one of your undead zombie soldiers.
He's not going to kill them soldiers.
That's a question for Magog, not the human avatar of Magog.
Oh right, yeah. I forgot. I must ask for Magog.
Plus, we have Magog and I internet related.
Fail.
I think the canon is that he will kill us swiftly.
Fail.
He'll end us rightly.
Yeah. Hey, Cotter Pike in the chat asks, so are you going to VidCon? Yes, I am. I bought my tickets yesterday, and I've got my hotel room and everything. So yes, I am going to VidCon.
By the way, I wish you had let me know. I got email from VidCon that gave me a discount. It was like the first 50 people. I'm like, you know what, VidCon? Most people are going to pick this up, so I could have given it to you and helped save some money.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have helped me because all I did was get a flight and a hotel. I'm not going to the fucking convention.
I know.
I'm not going in the building. I'll be hanging out outside and everything, but I'm not paying to fucking go into it's just a trade show. Like, I listened to the advice of all the people that went last year, and they were like, it was bullshit. All the fun stuff was happening outside the fucking building. Like,
well, except for that whole fact where Anita Sarkeesian freaked out on Sargon. That happened.
Yeah, but the odds of that happening again are...
Yeah. So exceptionally high.
Who you are.
No, they're cracking down on the rules and stuff now too. You know, like
so they're going to keep Sargon out of Anita's panels now.
Pretty much.
So I was going to ask if you were going to go like crash the feminist frequency convention and just be like, I just want to ask you a question. Okay.
That's going to be my job. It's going to be my job. I'm going to walk around and take.
Just go around asking, are traps gay? Just ask everyone, hey, are traps gay?
That is such a worn out meme. I'm so tired of it. Magog
I don't
wouldn't
care
do that.
if they're gay. Are they hot?
Magog wouldn't do that anyway. He'd just be sitting in the far back, and the feminist panel be up there, and they'd be talking, and it'd be like dead silence for 20 minutes, and all of a sudden you hear in the back of the crowd, "Just your boobs."
Yes.
You would hear ass rape.
Ass rape.
I think if Magog actually shouted, "Show us your boobs," Anita would actually spontaneously explode.
That's a spell. That's a spell he knows. How to make feminists explode.
Cotter Pike has a good question. So if you need money, why are you going to VidCon? Two things. One, the money is for the long term, raising the money to build the sets for the bigger show. Two, since everybody wanted me to go to VidCon last year and I couldn't make it, I have literally been saving for a year in a separate account just to go to VidCon. And it's just been pennies and dollars, and anytime I could just throw some money into a savings account in order to get here. So, yeah, I mean, that's a year's worth of savings to go to VidCon.
Well, damn, I got to go to VidCon now. I'm going to go check this shit out.
You know,
I plan to go all out next year.
I get why he's asking that, because it's like here he is talking about his GoFundMe, but it's like that's a whole separate thing. Like, I'm trying to build the village and do the bigger show. If you don't want to help out with that, don't give any money. I mean, I'm not mad, you know.
When is VidCon supposed to be?
VidCon is in 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
it's 2.5.
It's the
I'll
20.
have to.
It's the 20th through the 23rd.
I'll have to see if I can deliver a load there.
I'm bringing.
That'd be great.
I'm gonna be having fun. I'm gonna hang out with
Incandescent, is it going to be a load of 96-inch long dildos or something?
Let's go for full hunt.
Magog.
I mean, the 18s maybe, but
Wait, how long is that?
what, 93 inch? I don't know.
That's over 6 feet. That's like
Dude, that would be that's a perfect stripper pole. That's a stripper pole.
a stripper pole. Oh dear.
90 inches is 7.5 feet.
Oh shit.
You could kill
I
someone
wonder
with
if
that.
Candy couldn't scream.
And 96 inches is this 8 feet even?
Oh shit.
93. 93. It was 93, not a 96.
I keep imagining that scene out of what was it called? Out of like Saints Row the Third, where you have like the dildo bat.
Oh god.
But at this point, it becomes like
It does
this.
explain why Van Candy couldn't scream when I.
Ooh, that's.
Not everybody wants to bend to your will and do the fucking screaming thing, you weirdo.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone needs the force, you know.
It was
use the fun. Dude, you could use the force, man.
I highly doubt Magog is weak-minded.
No, but I'm saying like you could throw the lightsaber, like a lightsaber, and like
He could probably use magic to catch it.
A magic saber. Oh, that's right. Magog.
No, like magic levitation.
Magic
Basically,
levitation.
Like, got it.
If I was going to try using some sort of mind control on Magog, I would open with the killing curse and then follow it with an Imperium.
What?
I have no idea what you're saying, and once again, Dragon, you're fucking making all kinds of background noise.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute. Sorry.
Harry Potter. You know, with the Avada Kedavra and then the Imperius curse.
Sorry, not a big fan.
Nope.
I've seen the movies, but I didn't pay attention very much.
Basically, the killing curse and the you're mine now curse. So yeah.
Bonsai drops a sign in the chat, says Magog should enter our world at VidCon. We'll see what happens. I don't know what I'll be able to film. I don't know if I'll be in costume the whole time because it's hot as fuck. But
it's only going to be 105 degrees in the shade.
Right.
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I will take the costume with me just in case.
That was Celsius. Everyone would be dead.
We end up doing spring or something.
Are you sure?
105 degrees Celsius is like that's over 300 degrees Fahrenheit.
No.
That's
You got to think of it.
That sounds a little warm.
Nope.
That is kind of warm.
You got to think of it like Celsius is like 0 is actually 32. It's freezing temperature of water.
Oh, that's right. Because the fuckers who invented Celsius couldn't count right.
Actually, it's more simple. Celsius is like 0 to 100. That's the temperature. Like 0 is freezing point of water. 100 is fucking hotter than hell. Like,
And this is why in science fiction they use metric, not imperial.
Well,
if you want something interesting, then there's Kelvin, and Kelvin is absolute zero.
Yeah, that's absolute
zero.
Yeah, absolute zero.
Freaking Lord Kelvin.
That they're 1.9 meters tall. I ain't going to know what that means. Someone tells me they're 6'3". Okay, then I got an idea how big you are.
Yeah.
Well, so someone says 2 meters. I'm like, that's about 6'6".
That's about 6.5 feet.
And I'm like, that's about TJ's height.
But still, it'd be more simple to say I'm 6 feet tall, or I'm 7 feet tall.
Well, it's easy to remember because 1 meter is basically 3 feet 3 inches.
Right.
So.
But like that whole VidCon thing, man. I mean, I plan to go. I plan to go because I want to meet some of these people, and they all want to meet me. You know, like all the friends I've made on YouTube and stuff. So, ever since last VidCon,
Bunty is so nice in person. Bunty is a really nice guy.
Yeah, but when last year I missed it, but I was watching some live streams, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, it's Magog!" when they saw me in the chat. I knew I wanted to be a part of that. So after that, I just left. I just left $100 a month in my PayPal until I had enough to go. That doesn't change my current financial situation as far as, money, the ads and stuff like that, because that's what's really killing me. What I make on Patreon would probably be fine if the AdSense thing hadn't fucking happened. Like, I'd probably be fine, But fucking YouTube, man. I do hope one of these alternative sites fucking takes off, like BitChute or something,
Hey, Magog. When you decide to enter our world, as Magog, could you do me a favor and come through either like an arch or like a ring on the ground or something?
Yeah, if I'm able to film something fun like that and edit it in my hotel room on my laptop or whatever, I'll probably make a whole video of it. So,
what you should do is like you walk in, like let's say you show up to like Nick's like Airbnb or whatever, and then you walk to the door, like, I have arrived, and Nick like, we already have wizards here.
Yeah, I'll probably crash a party or two. Who knows?
Oh,
anyway,
yes, do it.
On that note, I think we're going to go ahead and end this. I don't know how long we've been going, but it feels like a long time.
Over 2 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was on my break the last time I was on.
Yeah. So that makes sense, and I think that's a good place to end it. I appreciate everybody coming on. All my patrons that were able to join me today. This is the Magog live stream channel. Look forward to SideQuest this month, as well as my trip to VidCon. And we'll see what happens in the future with the building of the Morscar sets. So everybody look forward to that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Say goodbye. If you have anything to shill, do it now.
I'll just show my channel. Let's do alphabet. Never mind. Let's go alphabetical.
No shills.
Next time you do a Patreon stream, could you do it as Magog?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Hopefully I can attend.
Yeah, I'm sure we can schedule that kind of thing too. That'll be fun. So.
All right. Hopefully I can attend.
Next Sunday.
Yep. We'll see.
I'm going to celebrate successfully showing up to a Patreon stream by going into Denny's and eating a steak.
Right? Sounds good to me. But anyway, you guys have a good one. Thanks for coming by, and everybody, out.